Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tennessee High School's Viking Hall. Tonight's game between the visiting Sullivan East Lady Patriots and your Tennessee High Lady Vikings. This time we ask you to please rise and remain motionless to honor America as Coach Charlie Tiller sings our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your starting lineups, beginning with the Sullivan East Lady Patriots. At guard, 5'4" senior, number 11, Abby Carter. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 14, Riley Nelson. At forward, a 5'10" junior, number 15, Hannah Hodge. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 23, Jenna Hare. And at guard, a 5'8" senior, number 24, Haley Grubb. Lady Patriots led by head coach Cameron Aubrey, assisted by Michael Forrester, Chris Reynolds, and Tara Stafford. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for your Tennessee High Lady Vikings, under the direction of head coach Ken Bryant, assisted by Charlie Tiller, Elizabeth Arnold, Amanda Vance, and Kara Broderick. Your starting lineup for the Lady Vikings: at guard, 5'3" sophomore, double zero, Brooklyn Carter. At guard, 5'4" junior, number 12, Kendall Cross. On the wing, the 5'7" sophomore, number 14, Hannah Kate Kinch. On the wing, the 5'3" senior, number 20, Matt Newport. And on the wing, the 5'6" freshman, number 23, Chase Wolfenbarger. Official score for tonight's game is Terry Bowers, from operator Jason Stoffel.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Hall on the campus of Bristol, Tennessee High School. This is the Viking Sports Network. I'm your host, CJ Manahan. We have two big conference games this evening here with two schools separated by no more than 6 miles of Weaver Pike here this evening. Sullivan East coming to Viking Hall to take on Tennessee High. We got ladies action first, and then at halftime of that game we have our homecoming ceremonies here. This is a homecoming game, the final home game of this season. So we'll have that to come your way, and then boys action to follow. So getting ready to kick this thing off. Sullivan East and Tennessee High, old rivals back in the same conference for the first time in several years. So number 14, Riley Nelson with the ball, flanked by Chase Wolfenbarger out there. We'll run through the starting lineups as they work themselves through. Nice move there by number 15, Hannah Hodge. Little low post duck in, and the first points of the night go to Sullivan East. Kendall Cross, as she is normally in charge, has the ball out front for Tennessee High. She's got Wolfenbarger, Newport, Carter, and Kinch out there with her as well. Nice move there by Wolfenbarger. Couldn't quite get it to finish. Here goes Nelson up the right-hand side. 24. Grubb has a good look at it, straight on, and she knocks it down. So Sullivan East starts 2 for 2. 2-point bucket and 3-point bucket to get this thing rolling. Again, East known for being a pretty disciplined team, good offensively, good talent in those cases as well. So Tennessee High has their hands full this evening with a pretty talented squad. Here goes Cross through the middle. Nice move by her. We got an offensive foul. A little bit of a late call there, but I think it was the right one. It's one of those where coming through the lane right there, if you get a little jump stop action rather than going over the top of the defender. Defender got there in just the right amount of time to get in on that charge call. So turnover for Tennessee High, back to Sullivan East. Tennessee High in a man-to-man. Nelson tries to take it in, and she loses control of it. Good defense there by Wolfenbarger to turn the corner with her, and a little bit of poke away there that caused that turnover. So a little full court press here by Sullivan East. Look at a 1-2, 1-1 diamond style press that is got some pretty good length at the front of it. Now they're going to back off into a straight man-to-man. So Cross going to trigger in for Tennessee High. She's flanked by Carter out front. Newport's in the high post. We've got kind of really extended offense here. No post players. Again, with Tennessee High, with this lineup, really has 5 guards in there. Kinch is the closest to a post player that Tennessee High is going to put in tow here. But I'm not sure exactly what we got. We got a call out of bounds. So Kendall Cross starts the game with 2 fouls on 2 charges on 2 possessions. So not exactly what Tennessee High wants, but their primary ball handler already in significant foul trouble in the first 2 minutes of the ball game. It looked like that ball just kind of lost. It looked like she just kind of lost it. The ball went out of bounds, but they called the charge on her instead. So something that Coach Bright's going to have to keep an eye on here on this early phase. Corner 3, up and off, no good. That was number 15, Hodge in the corner there. Tennessee High with the board. Carter into the front court. She's going to become the primary ball handler with this scenario being what it is. Looks like East is back into a 2-3, so slid back into a zone. Change of defensive strategy here. Good patience here by Tennessee High, moving the ball around the perimeter. Again, they've got 5 guards, so they're all kind of cutting through the high post and then back out to a wing position. A unique offense against a zone with 5 guards on the floor. Errant pass there by Cross, and she's going to be replaced by Brooke Thompson. So a little change in lineup. Thompson more of a traditional post player, so Tennessee High probably going to go 4 round 1 here with Wolfenbarger and Carter taking on the ball handling responsibilities. Inside move by Nelson. Nice, really nicely done. Little duck in, little give and go action. She got herself in great position on the block there. Little spin move, drop step, and was able to score, pushing the lead out 4. Sullivan East to 7-0. Nice move there by Carter. She has that. Nelson did a great job of getting a hand on that. Kind of came off of her. Came off of that on the defense right there and was able to tip that away. Sullivan East with a shot from deep, no good. That was number 23, Hare, had that good look, couldn't knock it down. Here's Carter from the corner, has a good look at it, rolls off, no good. There's good offense there, though. Nice drop off by Wolfenbarger. Carter had a wide open look, just couldn't get it to go, but you can't ask for a much better shot than that. All right, we've got some subs in for Sullivan East. Number 12, Kylie Hurley, and number 22, Kara Hicks. In for the Patriots, the Lady Patriots. Tennessee High sticking with their starters. Again, minus Kendall Cross, who's out with 2 fouls early. Wolfenbarger, good defense here on the wing. Good harassing defense. Nice job there by Newport, tapping that ball away. Sullivan East finds himself back by half court before Grubb could actually gather and get the offense back moving. There's Hicks on the wing. Good D there by Tennessee High. Shot, long shot there again. Was a little off there by Hurley. Tennessee High secures the board. So outside of those first two possessions, Tennessee High's defense has stiffened up. Did a couple of pretty good defensive possessions there. And then a third charge call being made against Tennessee High. That time Brooklyn Carter guilty of dislodging the defender. So Sullivan East ball back here as we pass the halfway point of the first quarter. 23 Hare up against Kinch out front. There's Hicks and Wolfenbarger. Stepping down low is Hare. Fall away jumper, no good. Good defense there by Kinch, and she gathers the board. We have a stoppage in play. We have a bench warning there in that case. Newport to throw the ball in, finds Wolfenbarg with numbers here. Yep, we'll reach in foul by 22 Hicks there. First foul on the Lady Patriots. Tennessee High side out of bounds. Little corner action. Kinch coming to the corner with Thompson posting up inside to Newport, back out to Wolfenbarger. And Tennessee High again showing good patience here offensively. This is a nice move by Wolfenbarger to Thompson in the corner. Back out to Newport. Across to Carter. Some reverse dribble. Nice move there by Brooklyn Carter. She's going to get herself to the free throw line. Nice move there. She did a good little spin dribble. Got herself clear. Got her defender around her hip. Took the ball up strong. Took a shot on the arm, and now she's going to get herself to the free throw line. So good early showing from Brooklyn Carter. She's got good offensive rhythm so far. Get herself to the free throw line for two. First one is up and off the rim, no good. A couple of subs in for Sullivan East. Number 32, Olivia Ashbrook, in for the first time for Sullivan East. And number 44, Macy Strouth, in for Tennessee High, making her first appearance as well. Second free throw for Carter coming up. That shot is up and off the rim, no good. Cleared by Hare. She's going to go ahead and take it on up. Followed by Nelson, who's going to take this off the dribble. Nice move to her left. Good little rotation around the perimeter there by the Lady Patriots. And a good, really nice play there by Brooklyn Carter. Good anticipation. She's going to take that steal and push it in the front court. Takes it at Hare. Ducks underneath her. Got to look at the rim, but she couldn't get it to go. Again, love the aggressiveness from Brooklyn Carter. She keeps on playing that way. She'll start getting those to fall. Nelson into the front court. Couldn't get it to go. It looks like we got a foul on the backside there. We do. So up and down action there. Foul there on Ashbrook. Her first. That's the team's third. So continues to be 7-0 here as we move under the 3-minute mark in the first quarter. Tennessee High yet to get anything to go. They've had some good opportunities on the offensive end. Here goes Carter again. Nice pass down low, but a good hustle there by Nelson. Get back, take that away. Strouth had kind of busted open. Carter saw her, but the speed and athleticism of Riley Nelson was able to deny that ability for Tennessee High to get on the board. Brooke Thompson's going to take the ball out of bounds. Looking inside. Kicks into Strouth. Ball's tipped by Ashbrook, and she's off to the races here. Strouth running her down, takes it up strong, and scores. Nicely done by Olivia Ashbrook. Good patience. Kind of let the defender, to a certain extent, let the defender catch her, and then kind of leaned in, made some contact, and was able to finish through that contact, and is going to the free throw line for an and-one opportunity. 44, Macy Strouth picks up the foul, her first, team fourth. One shot for Ashbrook here. Looking to extend the lead to double figures with a made free throw, and she does. 10-0 here in the early going. First quarter action. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first. Sullivan East has busted out to a 10-point lead over Tennessee High. And again, it's not for lack of good shots. Tennessee High's had good looks on the offensive end. Have had a couple of unfortunate charge calls that have led to turnovers. But other than that, they're getting pretty much what they want. Of course, as I say that, we have a turnover in the full court. But continue to get shots like that, those will start to fall. Tennessee High looks like they're going to call a timeout here. Got a 30-second timeout. Coach Brett's going to get her squad together and work on some strategy on both ends here. Again, Sullivan East has done a good job of just being really patient offensively. They've kind of taken what has come to them. They haven't forced anything. Perimeter shots, they made 1 3 so far. I think they're about 1 for 4, 1 for 5. But again, they're finding some pretty good success down in the low block area too. Some of that's coming from their guards, where they're got a little bit of a size advantage, hitting the wings and then heading down to post up, and they've had a couple of opportunities there that have worked their way. So, 2 minutes and 26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Sullivan East with a 10-point lead and the ball. Tennessee High is dropping back into a zone, it appears. Kiana Foote's in the ball game, and this is something Tennessee High ran really successfully the other night against Unicoi County with Foote on the top of this 1-2-2. Kiana's really athletic, quick, covers a lot of ground, and is pretty tenacious defensively. So I can see why Coach Bright wanted to go to that defense, considering the success that they had with it the other night. 44, Macy Strouth picks up her second foul. That's a team fifth, so the team fouls are starting to mount up for Tennessee High. Pass inside, no good, and then ripped down by Kiana Foote. The aforementioned Kiana Foote got in there, got herself a free throw, or got herself a rebound right about the free throw line. Tennessee High back on offense. Here's Kinch, nice little ball fake, move inside, couldn't get it to go, battles for it, and the rebound goes to Hare, who's going to push this out. Numbers here for Sullivan East. Hare pulls up from about 12, got a good look at it, couldn't get it to go. There's Strouth cleaning the boards. And to Wolfenbarger back to the front court, so nothing hurt there. Nice move here by Kinch on the wing. Again, Tennessee High just cannot get anything to go right now. And again, not for lack of trying and not for lack of decent looks at the basket. Just a lid on the rim right now for the Lady Vikings. Exhibiting good patience here on this possession. There's a 3 from Kinch that's straight on. Got a good look at it, and that one rolls off. So that one looked good from my vantage point. Looked like it was going to drop over the rim. Just caught a little bit of rim and then kicked off. There's Nelson over to McCarter, who could not get that one to go, and the ball's kicked out of bounds. Back to Tennessee High. So we approach the minute mark right here. Tennessee High doing enough defensively to keep themselves in this ball game. Just got to get some things to go right offensively here. That ball to go, see that ball go through the rim. Maybe that'd be all it'll take to get the Lady Vikings up and running here. They're getting good looks at the rim, doing a pretty decent job of taking care of the basketball too. The turnovers have come mostly on the offensive fouls situation, so they're getting decent looks at the rim in the half court. Here goes Kinch, left hand, got blocked there by Nelson, got a piece of that, and ball back to Sullivan East as we go under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Long 3 from Carter, and last 2 shots have been air balls. That one went the opposite direction, and we're down to 40 seconds here in the first quarter. Tennessee High looking to attack. There goes Carter through, splits a double team. And we got a blocking foul that's going to send the ball to Tennessee High out of bounds. Again, Brooklyn Carter is aggressive as I've seen her play this entire season. Like to see that from the sophomore. Her game is coming along. She's getting more confident out there, and it's starting to show with the aggressiveness that she's playing with offensively. Chase Wolfenbarger back in the ball game. She is going to give the aforementioned Carter a break. So we've got Mazzie Wilson. We've got Chase Wolfenbarger, we've got Mac Newport, Kiana Foote, and Anna Kate Kinch in for Tennessee High at the moment. Comes Wilson off the screen. She's got a good look at a 3. And that one again off the rim, no good. Nice move there by Kiana Foote. Comes swooping in to grab that rebound. Again, athletic play by an athletic player. She's very aggressive on both ends. Love her sort of tenacious approach to the game. She's going to get herself to the free throw line for 2 shots. Foote's first free throw is up and rattles in and out. Been the story of the entire first quarter here for the Lady Vikings. Have not been able to get anything to go. Second free throw upcoming. That shot is up and off the rim, no good. Nelson with the ball into the front court. Nice pass across. Really good look by Nelson. Again, the 3rd air ball in a row from the Lady Patriots from deep. Nelson made a nice pass there over to Hurley, but just couldn't grab any iron there. Here goes Foote again through the lane. Nice move, but off the rim, no good. And it's as unlucky a first quarter. I'll just be honest, as unlucky a first quarter as I've seen on an offensive end. The Sullivan East takes a 10-point lead into the second quarter. And Tennessee High's shooting percentage, obviously, 0, right? But not for lack of good shots. So We'll step aside here for a minute between quarters. We'll come back to you, get you guys into second quarter action here on the VSN. We'll be back here in about 60 seconds.
Introducing the Hyundai Elantra 2021 North American Car of the Year. With quality better than Honda and Toyota for thousands less. A warranty that crushes the competition. 3 years complimentary maintenance. 5 years unlimited roadside assistance. And which of these is made in America? You guessed it, the Hyundai Elantra. With better looks, better quality, more features, and less than a new Honda or Toyota. There's no question the Elantra is the new king of the road. Nobody beats Friendship Hyundai of Bristol and Johnson City. We're dealing.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. Second quarter action here for Viking Hall. Tennessee High with a goose egg here in the first quarter, but again, not for lack of decent opportunities. They're going to get the ball to start the second quarter here. Kendall Cross back in the ball game. Nice look inside to Bridget Flaherty, who continues on that path. Good look at the basket, just could not get it to go. And Tennessee High continues with their just unfortunate shooting. I don't know how else to say it in this case. Nice defense there. Offensive foul there on number 23, Hare. That's the 16th foul on Sullivan East. So the next common foul will send Tennessee High to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. So we've had a bevy of fouls here in the first quarter that are now piling up. It's a little turnover. Nice defense there by Sullivan East off of Wolfenbarger's leg. They're going to get the ball back. So both teams, Tennessee has one more foul to give before we get into the bonus, but I'd say there's probably a good chance that we'll see some pretty decent amount of free throws here in the second quarter as things keep going this direction. So Tennessee on a 1-3-1. Changing defenses up. Had a couple of varieties of zones so far. There's Hare for three. That one's going to go off left. No good. Rebound, though, by Hurley. Nice move in there by Nelson, and she scores. Good offensive board by the offside guard, Hurley. Found Nelson, and she went up and scored, pushing the lead out for Lady Patriots out to 12. Good D right there as well. Cross is able to recover for a second, then it was poked away again. Nice pass there by Nelson ahead to Hare. She takes it strong, has the ball ripped away by Mac Newport. Excellent defense there by Mac, who then hits ahead to Bridget Flaherty, who wasn't looking, and the ball then goes out of bounds. A little bit of a miscommunication there. But nice defensive play by Newport to be able to get the ball away from Hare, who looked like she was going to streak in for an easy layup there. So Sullivan East with the ball back. Tennessee High, Keely Canner in the ball game for the first time this evening. 1-3-1 defense for Tennessee High. Wolfenbarger out front with Newport on the backside. Three from Grubb, no good. Rebound on the backside by Hare, I believe. Nice D there by Canner, was able to swat that away. And Tennessee High recovers with Newport. Good defense there by Keely Canner. Came over, recognized what Hare was trying to do, and I think got a piece of that shot on the way up. East also playing a little bit of zone, 2-3. There's Kinch with a good look at it, and finally, after a minute and 30 seconds goes in the second quarter, Tennessee High gets their first bucket of the game. Again, case in point, that's a shot that Tennessee High has had similar shots all the way through the first 10 and a half minutes of the game, and just has not been able to get one to go. That one finally drops for him. There's McCarter in the corner. She's got to look at it. Has a little something to say to the student section, I believe. Maybe after those first two were air balls. She was letting them know about that one, but that one was dead center. She knocks down a three for Sullivan East. 15-2. Pass is lost there. Back to the Lady Patriots. Nelson into the front court. Kicks inside. Nice back cut there by Grubb, but Cross does a good job of playing position defense there and was able to swat that away. Here comes Cross for three into the front court. Ball's left short. Newport hustles after it, saves it, but into the hands of Grubb, and here comes Nelson again, pushing with numbers. Here goes Hare inside with a nice move. Left it off the rim, no good, and there's Newport coming back again to snatch another rebound. So good opportunity there for Sullivan East, but they could not get that one to go. And Tennessee High back in the front court. So East sticking with that 2-3 zone, kind of extended, a little matchup zone here in that case. Good hands there by Nelson. Almost a turnover, and there she is again, stepping in and taking that away. She seems to be pretty well everywhere defensively. She passes off to Hare, who gets a nice angle there, up off the glass, adds 2 more to the Patriot total, pushing the lead out to 17-2. Nice job there by Jenna Hare. Got her feet underneath her, got a good angle to the rim, put it up off the glass, and was able to knock 2 more points in for the Sullivan East Lady Patriots. Tennessee High in the front court here as we head to the halfway point of the second quarter. Again, we've got homecoming ceremony coming in at halftime, so we'll televise that here on the Viking Sports Network as well for those watching at home. Check out the homecoming court here for the Tennessee High Vikings here during basketball season. Nice move there by Sullivan East in the front court, and that's going to lead to a timeout by Tennessee High as the lead is starting to balloon. Sullivan East starting to get things felt on the offensive end. Tennessee High down 17. We're going to step aside. We got a 60-second timeout. We'll be back on the VSN soon with a word from our sponsors.
When the craving hits, you know it's time for good food.
Kids Eat Free Sunday!
Sunday Fun Day!
Where our freshly made, irresistible, mouth-watering flavors make getting good food a good time. Moe's Southwest Grill. Come in for Kids Eat Free Sundays.
At Friendship Ford in Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying center, and you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. Second quarter action here from Viking Hall. Sullivan East on a nice run here, pushing the lead out to 17 points. 19-2 over Tennessee High as we approach the halfway point of the second quarter. Lady Patriots have been really really patient overall. The run that they're on has been kind of methodical, defense leading to offense on a couple of occasions, and with some timely shooting as well. They've been able to push this lead out to a significant 17 points. Tennessee High on offense here against the Sullivan East 2-3 zone. Keely Canner with a nice little screen and roll there with Kendall Cross. Tennessee High showing some patience here on the offensive end as well. Cross out front. Kicks across to Brooklyn Carter, who's had a nice game so far. Hasn't got anything to go offensively, but has had a nice job being aggressive and making things happen. I think we got a little touch foul there that's going to send Keely Canner to the line. Again, Sullivan East, that's their 7th team foul, so we got a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Keely Canner. He's going to step to the line. First end of a front end of a 1-and-1 here. Shot is up and good, so she earns the second one. Second shot for Canner upcoming. And that one is up and off the rim, no good. Hare with the rebound. She's going to go ahead and bring it on up. She seems really comfortable doing that. It's a really nice thing to have when you've got a post player that also can play like a guard. And handle the rock. Second time she's kind of gone a little bit under control, a little bit out of control into the lane. That's her second charge call here in the last several possessions. So second foul on Jenna Hare. No shooting because that was a player control foul. There goes Carter. Got another good look at it, just couldn't get it to go. It's been the story of her night so far. Making all the right plays, just hasn't been able to get one to drop. Nice pivot there by Hare, and she was able to draw a foul. She's going to head to the free throw line for 2. Foul there on Canner. Hare's been really aggressive and active offensively. Get herself to the free throw line for 2. First shot is up and good. Second shot is up and also good. Subs in Number 15, Hannah Hodge, back in the ball game for Sullivan East. They're going to get into a little diamond pressure here in the full court. Newport into cross and back to Newport. Nice job by Tennessee High breaking that pressure. Kinch is going to step into a 3. Rhythm shot, no good. Cantor looked like she had an opportunity to get to that ball. Nice play by Carter, but an even nicer play by Ashbrook to be able to kind of sidestep that and catch that ball rather than have it bounce off her body. There's McCarter for 3. Rolls off the rim, no good. Battle inside with Cross, and she's able to secure the board and then push into the front court. No numbers here for Tennessee High, but nice push by Cross to be able to get that thing through. There's Carter. Nice step through by McCarter. She's got a nice lane to the rim. She's going to take it in strong and unfortunately could not get that to go. Cross was going to concede the layup because she's already got 2 fouls. But I think maybe McCarter was expecting some contact there and just didn't come. There's Cross off the rim, no good. The story of Tennessee High's night so far. Good looks at the rim that just will not drop. There's Hodge with a 3. Stepped in, nice rhythm there. She was a trail player there and stepped in nicely into that 3 and drilled it. Nothing but net. Pushing the lead out to a game-high 21 points for Sullivan East as we dip below 2 minutes in the second quarter. East has switched to a man-to-man here in this possession. Carter off the dribble has a nice move to the rim. Left hand again, could not get it to go. Here's Grubb into the front court. Nice blow by there. She takes it up strong. Nice move all the way through the lane. Haley Grubb kind of a little hesitation dribble, and then once she got by initial defender, was able to kind of snake through the lane. Made a nice little over the shoulder shot to push this lead out to 23 points for Sullivan East. 1-2-2 high set for Tennessee High. Off the screen there, Cantor is crossed back to Cantor, who's rolling down low. She's going to be fouled to get to. That's a nice, good play. Nice play set up there. Initial in that pass to Cross. She goes off a flare screen. Cantor is able to hit her, and then it was kind of a little bit of screen-to-screener action there where Cantor was able to rub off the other post player, get herself established in kind of that mid-post area. Used a little crab dribble to get herself closer to the rim, and in that process drew a foul. It's going to get her to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Subs in for Tennessee High. We've got Flaherty in for Cross. And it looks like we've got Kiana Foote ready to come in for the shooter, should that arise. First shot on the 1-on-1's up, off the rim, no good. Battle for it, and there's Grubb coming out with it. She's going to take it onto the front court. Kicks over the top to Ashbrook, who's fouled by Kinch, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Nice, nifty pass there by Haley Grubb. Saw the defense kind of shifting one way, threw the pass off the other, and was able to get the ball into Ashbrook, who took it up strong, was fouled, and is going to be at the line for 2. First shot's up for her, and it's off the rim, no good. Here comes Foote in for Cantor. Just a little over a minute to go here in the first half. Again, stick around with us for halftime, where we have our Tennessee High 2021 and 2022 homecoming ceremony here in this upcoming angle here in the stage. That's going to be at halftime of the boys' game, so just keep that in mind. Halftime of the second game overall, but again, that ceremony is upcoming this evening. Off the rim, Tennessee High, no good. Here comes Nelson into the front court. Ball on the wing here, working around the perimeter. Goes Ashbrook, turning the corner. Nice D right there by Foote right until she reached down on it. If she would have stayed straight up there, I think she would have been just fine. The referees are always going to call that little maneuver when that hand comes down. It's almost always going to get called. So Ashbrook gets herself back to the free throw line. It's her third trip there this first half. She rolls that one in. Second free throw upcoming for Olivia Ashbrook. She's had a nice first half off the bench for the Lady Patriots. Second shot is up and off the rim, no good. And there's Foote with the board. Wolfenbarger into the front court. She's going to get herself to the free throw line. Get a good job of pressing the action there. And the Sullivan East defender couldn't quite get there in time. That was number 12, Hurley. And that's going to send Wolfenbarger to the line for 2. Double bonus time for Tennessee High here in the last minute of the first half. So Chase Wolfenbarger, 2 shots. First free throw is up and off the rim, no good. Second shot upcoming. Second shot is up, off the rim, no good. Battle inside by Bridget Flaherty. Kicks it back out to Newport for three. Off the rim, no good. There's Foot again battling. That ball is knocked away. Good battle there by Tennessee High, getting a couple of offensive boards, but again, just couldn't quite get anything to go. Inside-out action there. Nice, really nice offense for the Lady Patriots. Got a good look at the three. Didn't go. Offensive board there by Grubb. Vikings at a 1-2-2. Nice job by Kiana Foot harassing Nelson out front. Here goes Nelson with a nice crossover dribble. Kicks over again to Hodge for three, who buries it. So right at the end of the first half, nice offense there. Good patience shown by the Sullivan East Lady Patriots, and they take a 28-point lead into halftime. 31-3 here is the score as we enter halftime. Nice first half offensively. Good patience by the Sullivan East Lady Patriots, and it paid dividends for them as we head into halftime and into the third quarter. We have a quick little performance here by the Vikettes, so stick around for that. We'll be back for third quarter action here on the Viking Sports Network in about 10 minutes.
Nobody beats FriendshipCars.com. Having a hard time finding the perfect car? See the area's lowest prices and largest selection at FriendshipCars.com. See every car, every Friendship location, all on one site. FriendshipCars.com. Nobody beats FriendshipCars.com. We're dealing.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
The Robinette Company in Bristol, Tennessee offers good jobs, competitive pay, great benefits, and a sanitary work environment. Join our progressive team in ultra-modern facilities and be part of a vital company in the flexible packaging industry. Participate proudly in the manufacture of packaging for leading American products such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. The Robinette Company. Apply at therobinettecompany.com, an equal opportunity employer.
When the craving hits, you know it's time for good food.
Kids Eat Free Sunday!
Sunday Fun Day!
Where our freshly made, irresistible, mouth-watering flavors make getting good food a good time. Moe's Southwest Grill. Come in for Kids Eat Free Sundays.
Introducing the Hyundai Elantra 2021 North American Car of the Year. With quality better than Honda and Toyota for thousands less. A warranty that crushes the competition. 3 years complimentary maintenance. 5 years unlimited roadside assistance. And which of these is made in America? You guessed it, the Hyundai Elantra. With better looks, better quality, more features, and less than a new Honda or Toyota. There's no question the Elantra is the new king of the road. Nobody beats Friendship Hyundai of Bristol and Johnson City. We're dealing.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. I'm your host, CJ Manahan. Getting ready to start second half action here at Viking Hall. Sullivan East with a commanding lead, 31-3 going into the third quarter. They're going to get the ball to start. We'll see if Tennessee High has a run in them. They had great looks at the rim throughout the first half, and had all kinds of problems getting things to go. They're going to start off the second half here with a foul. Fouls on number 23, Chase Wolfenbarger. So, just a really big string of bad luck for the Lady Vikings in the first half. So we'll see if they can dig in here in the second half, get some stops and some scores, and be able to pull this thing back within striking distance. Good start there for the Lady Patriots. Jenna Hare shows some pretty good tenacity, stays with the first miss, gets an offensive board, puts it back in, pushes the lead out to 30 points for Sullivan East. Man-to-man defense for the Lady Patriots to start the second half. Here's Kendall Cross looking for a jumper. She's got a good look at it, left a little bit short. Bounces off. She's going to get her own rebound here. Reset the offense. Going up against number 14, Riley Nelson. Brooklyn Carter on the wing. Inside. Nice kick back to Newport. Has a good pass. Was just not quite crisp enough for her to get a good look at a three. There goes Carter inside. Nice move on her part. Again, could not get it to go. Took a little contact, but no foul called. Here goes Hare with good pace. Into the front court, tipped away though nicely by the Tennessee High defense. So Sullivan East underneath out of bounds. Nelson to trigger it in for Sullivan East. There's a nice cut there by Hare. She scores. That's a tough shot. Was really kind of took the contact and was kind of being pushed away from the basket, but was able to contort her body there to get the ball up off the rim and was able to knock it down. So with that shot, she gets an extra bonus free throw here for the old-fashioned three-point play, and it's good. Nice play there by Hare. Starts off the half with 5 straight points for Sullivan East. So Tennessee High to the front court. Kicks over. Cross to Newport. Errant pass there. Turnover Tennessee High, and the ball goes back to Sullivan East. Kiana Foote into the ball game for Tennessee High. Going to give Anna Kate Kinch a break. Here comes Nelson again into the front court for Sullivan East. 1-4 high set against the Tennessee High man-to-man. And there's Hare again. The offense has been running through her here at the beginning of the third quarter for good reason. She's already got 5 points. Had a good look at that one. Couldn't get that one to go. But got a good look at it regardless. Nice D there by Nelson, who saw that shot from Newport coming and was able to get a hand up on it. Tips it out of bounds. Tennessee High will retain possession with Cross coming in for a underneath out of bounds play into Newport. Down screen for Cross. She's been had a kind of a slow start to the ball game. She picked up a couple of early fouls and hasn't quite been herself offensively. Hard to do when your rhythm never really gets going. Those 2 initial fouls kind of definitely hurt that. So Newport on the foul there. She's going to be replaced by number 22, Wilson. Come in, give her a spell. Tennessee High's going to stick with a man-to-man here defensively, it appears. Nelson over to Grubbs, comes off a high ball screen there. That got Grubb and Wilson got their feet tangled. Nice little stop move there by Kiana Foote. Nice move on her part, little power layup there, and she was able to score. Nice kick ahead from Nelson to Grubb, and she's fouled hard by Foote. She's playing the ball though. It's a hard foul, but Foote actually got quite a bit of ball on that. Just quite a bit of body contact. Both of those players are heading down court with pretty good pace. It looked worse than it actually was. I had a pretty good angle on that from here at my vantage point. Regardless, Grubb's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Her first one is up and good. Second free throw up and good as well. Under 6 minutes to go. Sullivan East builds a 33-point lead here at Viking Hall this evening. Currently leading 38-5. Kendall Cross working the wing. Down screen for Wilson. You got Wolfenbarger and Foot at the high post, and then Carter flanking them. Here goes Wolfenbarger to her left. Nice move to the rim, and she scores. Slick move there by Chase Wolfenbarger. Nice aggressive play. Again, she's a left-handed player, so that went right to her strong hand, and she was able to turn the score. Hare down low, over the top with Foot. Foot was trying to body her up. Did a good job of being physical there, but Hare was able to push that ball up through Kiana's hands and was able to draw the foul. So she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. First shot for her is up and rolls in. Second shot for Hare. It's had a nice start to her third quarter. That shot drops. She's got 7 points here in just the first 3 minutes of the third. It's helped Sullivan East build this 30-plus point lead to this point. 5-minute mark of the third quarter. Wilson off a Wolfenbarger screen. Back to Wolfenbarger. She's going to take it strong to the baseline. Goes up and under, but again, a nice job stepping in there by number 15, Hannah Hodge, taking the contact, and that's an offensive foul on Chase Wolfenbarger. It's her second personal. 16 fouls already for Tennessee High in the third quarter, so fouls are mounting up for the Lady Vikings. Hare is going to take the ball handling duties here, with Nelson getting a break. She works off her and Grubb with a little two-man game, and again, that's going to get her to the free throw line. Foul on Foot. And that's going to send Hare to the free throw line for a 1-and-1, as Tennessee High's committed their 7th foul already here in the first 3.5 minutes of the third quarter. That's the 4th foul on Kiana Foot, so she's going to go take a break. Bridget Flaherty's going to replace her in the lineup. 1-and-1 for Jenna Hare. Left that one a little short. The front end is missed. Chase Wolfenbarger is going to push into the front court. She's got going coast to coast. Nice move, but could not get it to go. Everything but the finish there for Chase Wolfenbarger. There's Hare, kicks out to Grubb. She's got a good look at a 3. It's off the rim, no good. Brooklyn Carter grabs the rebound, and she's off to the races. We'll pull up there, and she finally gets one to go. Again, to Brooklyn Carter's credit, she's been aggressive all evening. She hasn't stopped shooting, and again, she's been unfortunate in a lot of these aspects where a lot of the looks that she's had just have not dropped for her. She gets a nice play there. Did a good job of pushing the ball off the floor, created a little bit of contact, and was able to score in that scenario as well. So she's going to get an and-one opportunity here to try to cut the lead back to 30 and get Tennessee High into double figures, and she does just that. So Tennessee High finally reaches the double figures mark here at about the halfway point of the third quarter. Credit to Sullivan East. They've played good defense all evening as well. Tennessee High's had some unfortunate shooting aspects where good looks just have not dropped. That has not been the case for Jenna Hare here in the third quarter. She has been a dominant player here in the third. She approaches double figures just here in the third quarter. So the lead back to 33 for Sullivan East. Here goes Cross off the high ball screen. Kicks back to Wolfenbarger. Tennessee High with the 5-guard look out there with Bridget Flaherty and Mazzy Wilson as well. Nice move there by Cross. She snuck down the baseline. Used that left hand to be able to score there. And puts Tennessee High back to 31-point deficit. Nice move there by Hicks. Stays with it. Looks like an offensive foul there, and it was. Nice job by Cross stepping in. Hicks kind of dropped the shoulder there, and that's going to end in a turnover for Sullivan East. Sub in. That's Hicks' 4th foul. Abby McCarter back in the ballgame, Sullivan East starter. Brooklyn Carter going to take a break here as well as Mac Newport rotates back into the ballgame. Coming up on the 3-minute mark here in the third. Tennessee High with the possession. Newport steps in for a 18-footer off the rim, no good, and there's Hare again, snagging a rebound in that long rebound situation. Kicks back to Nelson. McCarter on the wing. Going to drive on Newport. Kicks back over to Grubb. Nice ball movement here by Sullivan East. there goes Ashbrook, but she lost it. Good poke away there by the Tennessee High defense. Newport kicks to Cross, who takes a 1-2 step right there to the rim and lays it in. Nice job by Mac Newport. Good find. She had her head up there, and Cross filled the lane nicely. The Tennessee High grabs 2 more. Nice cut there by Hare. She's fouled by Flaherty, was rotating over, could not get there in time. And again, this has been Jenna Hare's quarter. She's in double figures just in the third quarter, and she's going to get another opportunity to add to that with the free throw trip the old-fashioned way, 3-point style with that. Impressive quarter for her. She said really good inside-out action to hit a 3. Been at the free throw line several times. Made some sort of tough jumpers on the inside as well, and caps that 3-point play off to push Sullivan East's lead back to 32 points here at 46-14. So just under 2.5 to go. Waning moments here of the third quarter. Tennessee High in the half court, little 1-4 high offense. Cross through Flaherty, steps back for 3, had a good look at it, couldn't get it to go. Good offensive call there, got a good look, but could not finish it. Here comes Nelson into the front court. Nice little hesitation dribble, gets by Cross and is able to lay that in to build the biggest lead of the evening for Sullivan East at 34 points. Nelson had a nice little head of steam there, but she did a little nice head and shoulder fake to get by. And again, another offensive foul by Tennessee High. Just can't quite seem to get the idea where they're getting good driving lanes, but instead of pulling up for that little short 6 to 8 foot jumper, we keep running headlong into these defenders. And Sullivan East has been there all night. They've done a good job of stepping in and being willing to take those charges. That's probably been close to half a dozen of those called this evening, all of which seemed like they were pretty solid calls. So anyway, just a little something for Tennessee High to work on in the future in terms of it's just one of those nuances of the game, especially when you're dealing with a lot of young players. They're trying to be aggressive. They're trying to do the right thing, trying to get to the rim, which is what they're coached to do. Nice D there by Keely Cantor, slapping that one away. Went up high to knock that with a pretty nice little block shot there. Trying to that mid-range game is a part of the game that just has kind of been dying here in this last little bit. Where if you get some of these young players to really realize, you get by that initial defender and you pull up at somewhere between, could be as deep as 8 feet, sometimes even just out to 12 to 15 feet. Rhythm dribble to get yourself up into that jump shot. There's a lot of points to be had in those areas, and I see that in both the boys and the girls game. It's either long distance or at the rim. There's a lot of points to be had in those halo areas, the elbow areas, and that kind of short corner area. If players get their heads up right there and be able to see defenders in front of them, stop and pop. It's a really good part of the game, especially if you want to be an efficient scorer. That's a great way to do it. Good battle inside there by both Cantor and Kinch, but ball comes away to Hare. We're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. There's a little push right there by Cantor. That's going to send Hare to the line for 2. The chance to extend this lead out past 35 points. I believe if that happens, then we'll have running clock here for the fourth quarter. So once that 35-point margin is reached, I think that's how that's going to roll by rule. Hare's got 2 looks at it here, and she continues her torrid pace here in the third quarter. Has had at least a dozen points, I believe, here in the third. Great quarter for her. Came out playing aggressively, and it's continued all the way from beginning to end here in the third for Jenna Hare. She caps that off with the second free throw. That's going to push the lead up to 36, so I believe we will have some running clock here in the fourth quarter in that case. Tennessee High showing some patience here in this final possession. Cross and Kinch out top. Nice D right there by Nelson. She took it in strong right there and is going to get herself to the free throw line as well. She read that pass beautifully, stepped right through, was able to take it the distance here, and the only recourse Tennessee High had was the foul. Try to make her earn it at the free throw line. So 14, Riley Nelson with her first free throw is good. Second one to come. Second shot's no good, left a little bit short. Nice step in there by Hare, was able to take that away. Go over the top right there. Hare was open, but I think that was tipped. It was out of bounds. 2.8 seconds left here in the third. Nice cut on the backside there by Grubb. She was fouled by Cantor, and that's going to send her to the free throw line for 2 here in the last second and a half here of the third quarter. First shot up for Grubb is off the rim, no good. That was Cantor's third foul, by the way. Double bonus the rest of the way for Sullivan East. Second shot rattles home. Sullivan East builds their lead to 38 points here at the end of the third. So, as we move into the fourth quarter, we'll be moving through some running clock here as we roll through the final stanza. Again, as we move here from this game into the next, we got the Tennessee High and Sullivan East boys action coming after this. So we'll step aside here for a minute, get a word from our sponsors, and we'll bring you back for fourth quarter action here at Viking Hall.
The Robinette Company in Bristol, Tennessee offers good jobs, competitive pay, great benefits, and a sanitary work environment. Join our progressive team in ultra-modern facilities and be part of a vital company in the flexible packaging industry. Participate proudly in the manufacture of packaging for leading American products such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. The Robinette Company. Apply at therobinettecompany.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. Fourth quarter action here from Viking Hall. Impressive offensive display there in the third quarter by the Sullivan East Lady Patriots, who were able to really push a lead out significantly here to a 38-point margin. So we'll have the running clock is the standard here in the fourth now that lead has been achieved. Expect to see quite a bit of Sullivan East's bench here in the fourth. Nice move there by Olivia Ashbrook. She's been pretty aggressive all evening. She's been getting to the free throw line pretty regularly. This will be her fourth or fifth trip, I'd say, to the free throw line. That's just the way she's played all evening, getting herself in deep into the Tennessee High defense and then being able to get herself to the charity stripe pretty regularly. So she's got 2 shots coming here. First shot for her is up and off the rim, no good. Second free throw coming. We've got number 10, Lakeland Cox, into the game for Sullivan East, her first appearance this evening, as well as number 33, Madison Lunsford. So, as promised, Sullivan East, with this big lead, is probably going to get some extended playing time for some of their bench players. As a coach, you always like that when you get those opportunities. Not only because that means that your regulars have played well, but you get a chance to see some of the a lot of times up and comers that have shown some good abilities and some good potential when you get a chance to see them in a varsity game for an extended period. Coaches always like that. So Tennessee High is going to got a foul called there on number 14, Anna Kate Kinch. It's going to send Sullivan East to the free throw line for 2. And again, it's going to be that way basically throughout. Tennessee High's in the double bonus at this point. Third foul on Kinch. Off the rim, no good. Free throw line is Kara Hicks for Sullivan East. She's got a second free throw upcoming. Number 22, Wilson, and number 34, Thompson, in for Tennessee High. Macy Strouth, number 44, in as well. Second free throw for Hicks is up and off the rim, no good. Rebound by Asia Cairns, who's also a new entrant for Sullivan East. Left that one a little bit short, and Tennessee High is able to gain possession. Wilson, Cross, and Kinch around the perimeter with Strouth and Thompson down low for Tennessee High in this lineup. Kinch has got a good look at a three. She lets it fly off the rim, no good, and we got body contact. The cardinal sin of a defense here, fouling a jump shooter, especially a three-point jump shooter. The pretty quick release there by Kinch, I think, may even surprise the defense a little bit. And she's going to end up at the free throw line for 3. And that was the 5th foul on Kara Hicks, so her night ends a little bit early. She's going to be replaced by number 21, Lacey Brewer. 3 free throws for Kinch. She makes it first. Second free throw, also good. And the final free throw is off the rim, no good. Battle for it inside, and it is cleared by Asia Cairns. Into the front court. Ball's lost for a second there by Kylie Hurley. Ball's still loose and stepped out of bounds there, so we've got a Sullivan East turnover heading back to the Lady Vikings. Thompson into cross. Sullivan East sitting in the 2-3 right here in this final stage as we head the halfway point here of the 4th quarter. Cross, like she lost the ball on the way up. It was tipped, but an inadvertent whistle there, I think, so it's probably going to go back to point of interruption, so Tennessee High will take it outside out of bounds here. Corner action there to Wilson. She's got a good look at a little 2-point jumper there. Ball kicks off the rim. Rebound by Cairns again, who's been active since she's come in the ball game. 21 Brewer into the front court there. Over to Lunsford, who kind of tries to back in. Good defense there by Wilson to stop that from happening. Brewer over, slides to Cox in the corner here. Got a little shift of the pivot foot there by Lunsford. Turnover, back to Tennessee High as we come down to the 3-minute mark here in the final quarter. Sullivan East with a commanding 52-16 lead here at Viking Hall. Cross inside, Strouth out top. Kicks back over to Thompson, back to Cross. Nice little head and shoulder fake there, a little hop step inside, couldn't get it to go. Ball's tipped around, loose, and we've got a jump ball, I believe. Ball's going to stay with Tennessee High. Nice move there by Cross, just couldn't get it to go. That's been kind of the story of Tennessee High's night, where for good stretches they've had good looks at the basket, just have not really been able to get anything to go. Now, credit to Sullivan East defense. They've made some of those shots contested and maybe lower percentage than they might otherwise be. But some of this has just been darn bad luck for Tennessee High this evening without their ability just to be able to get a shot to get up on the rim and just roll in for them. So it's just been one of those nights for the Lady Vikings. 44 Strouth is replaced by number 21, Kiana Foote, in the ball game. Tennessee High working around the perimeter, trying to get the ball inside the foot, and we're going to have a jump ball there, I believe. That ball is going to head back to Sullivan East as we head to the minute 30 mark here in the 4th quarter. Hurley going to trigger it here for Sullivan East. Over to Lunsford on the wing. Cairns up top. Inside to Lunsford. Nice kick out there to Brewer. It's good ball movement here on this possession by the Lady Patriots. Going to get themselves a good look at the basket probably, and there it is. Lunsford with a good look at a three. Couldn't get it to go, and there's Foote ripping that rebound away. She's going to push it in the front court. Take it strong, kicks it over to Newport for a three. Left a little bit short. There's Kinch battling inside, but Cairns is able to grab her. Probably 3rd or 4th rebound since she's entered the game here in the 4th quarter. Good showing for her. Out top, the two number 12s, Hurley and Cross. Cairns inside, turns, kicks to Hurley in the corner. Has got a good look at a three, and she buries it. Nice pass inside. Good inside-out action there. Kylie Hurley was the recipient of a nice pass there, and she had her feet set, rose up and knocked it down. 30 seconds to go here at Viking Hall as this game comes to a close. Kendall Cross on a nice drive inside, couldn't get it to go. There's Kinch, who follows it up, and a nice way to end for Anna Kate Kinch there. Able to snag that offensive board and put the ball up on the rim and get it to go. She's going to get an opportunity for a three-point play here to close the night out for Tennessee High. Free throw is up and good. Completes a three-point play. Nice job there by Kinch to close out the night. Hasn't been Tennessee High's finest night, but again, they continue to play hard. The encouraging part of this for Coach Bright and for the coaching staff was, quality shots were had for a good portion of the game. And when you're dealing with young teams, sometimes a nice goal like this where the shots just don't fall. But these are all learning experiences. And expect Tennessee High, the girls, to grow from this as they go back and look at some of the film. Probably realize, man, we had a lot of really good looks at the basket. Just got to get some of them to fall. So, first game of the evening, the girls varsity action. Sullivan East with a commanding performance takes down Tennessee High here at Viking Hall, 55-19. A game Sullivan East team with quite a bit of talent, probably ready to make some noise here, I would say, in the postseason here, locally and beyond. So, we've got about a 15-minute break here between ball games. Stick around on the Viking Sports Network for what should be an entertaining and I would suspect pretty loud ball game here between two rival squads, Sullivan East and Tennessee High. Again, 6 miles of Weaver Pike is all that separates these two schools. It's an old rivalry that's getting a nice renewal here in the new phase with conference realignment. Glad to see Tennessee High and Sullivan East back in the same conference together. So, boys action coming up here in about 15 minutes. Stick with us here. We do have a homecoming ceremony coming at halftime of the boys game as well, so stick around for that. Looking forward to this action. Stick with us. We'll be back here on the VSN here in about 15 minutes.
Friendship Ford in Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying center, and you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
So when are you gonna give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app.
Ooh.
When the craving hits, you know it's time for good food.
Kids Eat Free Sunday!
Sunday fun day.
Where our freshly made, irresistible, mouth-watering flavors make getting good food a good time. Moe's Southwest Grill. Come in for Kids Eat Free Sundays.
The Robinette Company in Bristol, Tennessee offers good jobs, competitive pay, great benefits, and a sanitary work environment. Join our progressive team in ultra-modern facilities and be part of a vital company in the flexible packaging industry. Participate proudly in the manufacture of packaging for leading American products such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. The Robinette Company. Apply at therobinettecompany.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Introducing the Hyundai Elantra 2021 North American Car of the Year. With quality better than Honda and Toyota for thousands less. A warranty that crushes the competition. 3 years complimentary maintenance. 5 years unlimited roadside assistance. And which of these is made in America? You guessed it, the Hyundai Elantra. With better looks, better quality, more features, and less than a new Honda or Toyota. There's no question the Elantra is the new king of the road. Nobody beats Friendship Hyundai of Bristol and Johnson City. We're dealing.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
into Tennessee High School's Viking Hall tonight's game between the visiting Sullivan East Patriots and your Tennessee High Vikings. Begin with your starting lineup for Sullivan East. At guard, 6'1" senior, number 13, Braden Stanbridge. At guard, 6' senior, number 20, Logan Murray. At guard, 6' senior, number 24, Ashton Davison. At forward, 6'2" senior, number 34, Dylan Bartley. And at forward, 6'2" junior, number 40, Mason Tate. Patriots are led by head coach Dylan Favor, assisted by Kristen Watson, Cole Green, and Kevin Smith. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to your Tennessee High Vikings. Under the direction of head coach Michael Means, assisted by Neil Phillips, Chase Ballard, and Roger Clark. Your starting lineup for the Vikings. At guard, a 5'10" freshman, number 3, Colin Brown. At guard, 5'10" junior, number 4, Maddox Prince. At forward, a 6'1" freshman, number 5, Xander Phillips. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 20, Brandon DeFore. And at center, a 6'2" junior, number 21, Austin DeGear. The official score for tonight's game will be Chris. Clock operator is Jason Stock.
Good evening and welcome to Viking Hall here on the Viking Sports Network. We have a rivalry matchup here, conference game, last home game of the season for Tennessee High versus Sullivan East. Ready to tip things off here with DeFore and Bartley, and that ball is tipped directly to freshman Colin Brown, who is going to be the primary ball handler for the Vikings this evening. Over to DeFore. We also have Austin DeGear, Maddox Fritz, and Xander Phillips in the lineup for Tennessee High. Look at the slip of the pivot foot there by DeGear, and that ball is going to be turned over to Sullivan East. Sullivan East starting lineup, number 13, Braden Stanbridge, number 20, Logan Murray, 24, Ashton Davison, 34, Dylan Bartley, and number 40, Mason Tate. That's how we're starting the ball game this evening. Again, always good to see these two teams on the floor together. Long rivalry, back in conference play now. Here's Bartley with a long three. That ball is battled for, and it looked like it was off a Sullivan East leg, and it was. It's going to head back to Tennessee High. So Dylan Bartley not shy on that first shot up from the power tee there on the left-hand side of the floor. So we'll see how that plays out going through. You know, Sullivan East history of being a perimeter-oriented team and not afraid to take some shots from the perimeter, that's for sure. Man-to-man defense here, a little flex action for Tennessee High. Brown down to DeFore, steps out to the wing. He'll do that quite a bit. DeFore tends to use his size to his advantage there. He can shoot over the top. He's good off the dribble. Can score with both hands inside. Has been a pretty consistent scorer for Tennessee High all year long. So two freshmen on the floor, Xander Phillips and Colin Brown, flanked by some juniors in this case. No seniors in the starting line for Tennessee High in this case. So Fritz out front, harassed there by Murray. And we have a turnover here off of Fritz. And the ball goes back to Sullivan East. Bartley keys things in. Murray up to Stansbridge there on the perimeter. Again, Tennessee High with a little bit of a size advantage here on the inside. DeFore's the about a, looks like 3 or 4 inches taller than just about any of the players from Sullivan East. Tate looks like he's going to be working the low post and short corner, but it looks like a lot of 5-out action as well for Sullivan East. That ball was off of Bartley, I believe, and back to Tennessee High. So no score here in the early phase. Minute and a half into the ball game. Brown, two-man game with DeFore, is going to take it off the dribble. A little pivot inside, nice move with the left hand. There's Phillips to follow it up, takes it up strong with his left hand, left that short. DeGear again takes it up. Good offensive possession for Tennessee High, crashing the boards. 3 opportunities there. Couldn't get any of them to go, but it's going to end up with a free throw line trip for Austin DeGear, who was the 3rd man to end up with the ball there. Foul there on number 24, Davison, his first foul of the ball game, but that's going to be 2 for Austin DeGear at the line. First shot is up, left a little bit short. Second shot upcoming. Good battle on the offensive boards there for Tennessee High. Again, they have a little bit of a size advantage in the front court here with DeGear and DeFore being just a little bit more stout and a little taller than some of the Sullivan East front court, which again, Sullivan East looks to be employing basically a 4-guard offense here, with Tate being their one, I guess, traditional post player, but he has spent quite a bit of time out on the perimeter, so we'll see quite a bit of 5-out action here, I believe, by the Patriots. Tennessee High countering with their lineup is not super large either. Really 3 guards, and DeFore is really kind of a 4th guard and a forward's body. DeGear really being their only true sort of traditional post player. Nice move there by Murray. Couldn't get it to go, and there's Colin Brown doing his job as the point guard, coming down and cleaning up a miss. Nice move there. Pivot move by Brown. The student section likes it. Got Murray up in the air. Little Hakeem Olajuwon-esque move there. Got him up in the air and then was able to swing back through. Ball's loose there. Nice D by DeFore. Got his left hand on that ball. Tennessee High pushing out. No real numbers there. But here's Brown off the dribble. Kicks to DeFore. Is going to take it baseline. Back to Brown. Good patience there. Didn't force up a shot. Nothing there that was great. So Tennessee High continues to work the ball. Phillips inside back to Fritz. Back to DeFore. Pretty crisp offense here so far for Tennessee High. Kind of taking what the defense gives them. Working that it's kind of a dribble handoff action between the 4 guards, with DeGear kind of moving block to block, looking for an opportunity for maybe a dump-off pass if one of these guards can turn the corner. DeFore to the top of the key. Nice little backdoor cut. A little 2-man game there with Brown. Seen Coach McMeans employ that on several occasions, especially against man-to-man. Spin move there by DeFore. Lost it, got it back, put it up on the rim. Off the rim, no good. There's Fritz. Got an offensive board, and he's able to put it back. Nice job by Maddox Fritz to kind of lurk around there on the backside and was able to find that board. Ball kind of just found him, and he was able to put it in the hole. There's Tate for 3, in and out, no good. DeFore with the board. Here goes Tennessee High on the run. Brown pushing pace into the front court. DeFore on the trail. Tennessee High with an early 5-0 lead here at home as we cross the halfway point of the first quarter. Good pace to the game so far, especially Tennessee High on the offensive end has done a really good job of moving the ball crisply. Phillips working with DeFore. DeFore's going to pull up for 3. He's got a good look at it. He bangs that one home. And Tennessee High takes an 8-point lead here, 8-0. 8-0 run to start the ball game. Tennessee High. Coach McMeans couldn't ask for a much better start than this. But his guys came out prepared. Bartley back across, skip pass here. Into the corner to Murray. He's going to take a baseline, goes by DeGear, who did not cut the baseline there, and Sullivan East gets on the board. Got to cut the baseline on those baseline drives. Murray did a good job of kind of shimmying by DeGear there, and a little reverse layup gets Sullivan East their first 2 points of the ball game. 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Kind of modified flex action here for Tennessee High, and then what that's done is it's kind of isolated the side on a couple of occasions with Brown and DeFore kind of working that 2-man game. And they're hard to deal with because they cut well off each other. They can both shoot it. There's a nice move inside by DeGear. Nice move by Austin DeGear, turning over his left shoulder, puts it up on the rim, and it goes home. 10-2 Tennessee High in that case. Nice, really nice feed inside by Tennessee High to find DeGear. Nice move there by Braden Stanbridge. A little step through. Got it up on the backboard and scored. So the action's picking up here in the early phase. Both teams playing with good effort and pace. Tennessee High's had a few more opportunities offensively. Steal right there. Here goes Stanbridge in the front court. Another kind of similar move. Step through there past Brown and was able to hook it back across his shoulder and score it for Sullivan East. 2 nice back-to-back plays there by Braden Stanbridge. Brings the Tennessee High lead back to 4. Fritz inside. Good inlet pass there by Phillips. Found a cutting Fritz. And the defense there by Davison was just a step slow, and he's going to pick up his second foul here in the first quarter. So Sullivan East starter Ashton Davidson picks up his second foul with just a little bit over, a second to go over the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. That sends Maddox Fritz to the line for 2. First shot is up for him, and that one rolls off no good. So first round of subs are coming here. Sullivan East, number 50, Manny Milhorn is in, as well as number 15, Hunter Brown. Tennessee High is going to counter with senior Luke Cottrill coming in for Austin DeGear. So Tennessee High actually increases its size in terms of height on the front court, which again can be an advantage for Tennessee High overall, with Sullivan East employing a lineup that, it looks like Stanbridge, probably 6'1", 6'2", is their tallest guy out there. Bartley for 3, had a good look at it straight on, and that's money in the bank for Sullivan East when he gets that good of a look. He's not going to miss that very often, and that cuts the lead back to 1 point. Sullivan East with a nice little run of their own, 9-2 run to get themselves back in the ballgame. Turnover by Fritz, lost the handle, kicked ahead to Brown, takes it in and misses, and there's Cottrill there to clear the board. Brown just got a little bit of a misstep there, and I think he lost his balance a little bit on the way up, and that's why that layup didn't go down. Tennessee High dodges a bullet there as we move to the minute mark. DeFore with a good look at a 3, couldn't get it to go. There's Brown on the glass, clearing that board. Comes Murray into the front court. Fritz and Brown, Colin Brown defensively there, moving on him. Tennessee High with a man-to-man employed defense. Bartley missed that one, left a little bit short, but scramble gets back to Sullivan East. Kick across to Stanbridge. Here's got a good look at a 3, and there it is. So Braden Stanbridge has been the offense so far for the most part for Sullivan East. 7 out of their 12 points have come from him. And both student sections starting to get into it here in this ball game, as the intensity is definitely there in this rivalry. Brown, back cut off of DeFore, who's going to play that kind of mid to high post area and step out to the 3-point line as well. Here's Phillips off the dribble, sizing Stanbridge up. Pass over to DeFore, back to Phillips. Cottrill looking inside for the ball. He's got a post-up action there. Nice dump down. He's got an opportunity to take it up strong, and does. Couldn't get it to go, though. Pretty good defense there by Milhorn, stopping that drive by Cottrill and forcing that errant shot. Here goes Murray, kicks inside to Milhorn, who scores. Right at the end of the quarter, nice offense there by Sullivan East. Little give and go. Manny Milhorn was the recipient of that, and he's able to capitalize, pushing out the lead for Sullivan East to 14-10. So Tennessee High had control of that action at the beginning, but Sullivan East makes a nice run to push this lead out to 4 points here as we head to the second quarter. We'll step aside for a minute, get a word from our sponsor. We'll be back for second quarter action here at Viking Hall on the Viking Sports Network.
When the craving hits, you know it's time for good food.
Kids Eat Free Sunday!
Sunday fun day.
Where our freshly made, irresistible, mouth-watering flavors make getting good food a good time. Moe's Southwest Grill. Come in for Kids Eat Free Sundays.
At Friendship Ford in Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying center, and you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. Second quarter action here from Viking Hall. Entertaining first quarter. Back and forth action. Tennessee High jumped out to an 8-point lead, 8-0 to start the game, and then from that point on, it was a 14-2 run by Sullivan East to put themselves back in possession of the lead here going into the second quarter. Substitutions for Tennessee High. We've got Ty Hobson and Braden Wilhoit jumping in, along with Isaiah Foote. So several changes to the Tennessee High lineup. They're going to come out in a 2-3 zone with Cottrill manning that. Looks like we got a foul on the baseline there. Baseline drive. I think that's going to be a foul on Isaiah Foote. It is. A little body contact on the baseline. So Sullivan East out of bounds. Dylan Bartley's going to key it in for the Patriots. Kicks to Stanbridge in the corner. He's got a good look at a 3, and he rattles it home. Second 3 of the game for Braden Stanbridge, and I believe he's in double figures at this point with 10, leading the Sullivan East charge so far He's kind of been the energy that got Sullivan East going after they started the game down 8-0. Here's Cottrill with a short jumper. He knocks it down. Good offense there with Braden Wilhoit. A little two-man game there. Nice dump down by Wilhoit, and Cottrill was able to cash in on that short jumper. Here's Stanbridge again for three. No good there. Hunter Brown swoops in for the rebound, but he's denied by Luke Cottrill, who was able to take that away. Then we have a steal from Murray. Bartley pushing into the front court. Takes it strong, and it's a blocking foul, and it's going to count. So Isaiah Foote tried to step in and take the charge, but he actually moved into Bartley in the process. Drew the contact. Bartley was able to score with his left hand, and that is going to put him at the free throw line for an and-one opportunity. Milhorn takes a seat. Good minutes from him for Sullivan East. Zach Johnson is going to come in for him, play the center position for Sullivan East. One shot here for Bartley. Shots up and good. So Sullivan East increases its lead to 8. Tennessee High had an 8-point lead at one point in the first quarter, and now Sullivan East is pushed out to an 8-point lead in the second. So here goes Ty Hobson, some fancy dribbling, and there's a foul from the backside on Murray. Hobson with a pretty nice individual effort there, weaving through the Sullivan East defense, and then eventually drew the foul on Murray. Only 5 team fouls total called so far, so 3 on Sullivan East, just 2 on Tennessee High. It's been a relatively foul-free game so far. Physical out there, but both teams playing with, for the most part, keeping their hands off each other, which is the key oftentimes in these ball games. So Sullivan East goes to a zone out of the timeout, 2-3 zone, out of bounds play, excuse me. Brown, Wilhoit, and Hobson working the perimeter, and we got Isaiah Foote kind of working a high post with Cottrill working top to bottom. 3 by Wilhoit's no good. Here comes Bartley into the front court against Foote. Nice crossover dribble, nice dump down. So Johnson, who could not finish. Nice job by Cottrill to challenge that shot. It altered things for Johnson, and that's where Cottrill can really bring something to the table for Tennessee High. His length and his athleticism is a real asset. Nice move by Isaiah Foote. Bodied himself inside, wedged himself between the Sullivan East defenders, and was able to score. Nice move by the senior there, bringing Tennessee High back within 6. Here goes Stanbridge on the drive, kicks out to Brown for 3. He lets it go, no good. Off the rim, good box out there by Foote. And we got numbers here. Tennessee High, Colin Brown pushing into the front court. He's going to back it out. East did a pretty good job of getting back inside to Cottrill. He's going to back Johnson down, take it inside and score. They got something there. Got something there on the offensive end with Luke Cottrill. He's playing very aggressively this evening, and his length is going to be very hard for Sullivan East to handle. And Cottrill steps in right there, backs me up, makes me look good. In that case, he'll use his length there to be able to create a opportunity to step in and get that steal on that pass. They need to keep going to him down there. He's got his offensive game going. And you can tell his energy level is really high right now. Run that thing through him, make sure he gets a touch at all opportunities. Seems to have a little bit of an advantage there on the inside against Johnson at the moment. Nice drive there by Wilhoit. He takes it in strong, and he's going to draw the foul against Brown. Wilhoit using his strength right there off the drive to his strong hand, and was able to, again, kind of wedge himself shoulder-wise between the Sullivan East defender and the rim, and that basically the only outlet the Sullivan East defender had was the foul. That's the first foul on Hunter Brown. Wilhoit to the free throw line for 2. First one is long off the rim. Colin Brown is going to have a seat, and we're going to be replaced by Josh Sizemore. Sizemore makes his first appearance for Tennessee High. Mason Tate back into the game for Sullivan East. Second free throw for Wilhoit is good. Pulls Tennessee High back within 3 as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. We'll kind of token full court man-to-man pressure by Tennessee High. There's a little trap off of it right there by Hobson. Stanbridge does a good job of finding Murray to avoid that trap. Tennessee High in a man-to-man here. Bartley inside, steps through, lost control of it. Pretty good D by Tennessee High. Both defenders went straight up, and Bartley kind of lost control of the balls. He tried to go through the 2 defenders. I think it's a good no call from where Tennessee High was at. Playing to verticality, and I think Bartley tried to force his way through that defense, and it ended up in a turnover. Tennessee High also working against the Sullivan East man-to-man. A little, again, modified flex here with 4 guards. Cottrill working off of that. Here goes Foote on the drive. makes a move inside. East did a pretty good job of countering that move and was able to save. The Stanbridge saves it into Tate. Foot tried to push through that defense, much like Bartley did on the other end, and got the same result. Bartley backing Foot down. Drops to the corner to Brown. Brown kicks back across to Tate. Nice little skip pass there. Here goes Tate into the middle, and he runs over. That's an offensive foul for sure. Runs over Sizemore. Sizemore did a good job of stepping in, seeing that Tate was a little bit out of control. Was able to take the contact, and that's going to be a turnover on Sullivan East. Savvy defense there by Sizemore, seeing that a non-ball handler really was kind of trigger that, and that's going to be the second. That's the first foul on Tate. 15 foul for Sullivan East as we head to the halfway point of the second quarter. 4-minute mark. East with a little kind of soft zone pressure. 2-2-1 style. Foot in the corner. Looking to drive inside. Takes Milhorn off the dribble. Kicks out to Will Hoyt, who's going to be probing against Murray. Good patience by Tennessee High. Nothing really developed there in that initial movement. A little cutting action off of this, a little continuity from the Tennessee High side. Looking to get Cottrill maybe an open look on the inside. Nice move by Hobson. Gets himself to the elbow area and scores. Nice move by Ty Hobson. Quick move to his left. A little ball fake. Got himself free. Rose up and knocked it down. Here goes Bartley into the front court. He's going to challenge Foot. Foot got his hand on it. Nice job defensively by Isaiah Foot. And he was able to knock that away from the driving Bartley. Sullivan East does retain possession. Bartley underneath is going to key it in for Sullivan East. Ball into Murray. Shadowed there by Will Hoyt. Murray off the dribble, kicks out to Brown. Kicks inside to Milhorn. Back out to Brown. Good offense inside-out action there by Sullivan East. No shot materialized, though. Murray off the dribble. Good D by Will Hoyt there. Stood his ground well, and there's Cottrill again, swooping in to get the board. Really good minutes here by Luke Cottrill. I'm impressed with his energy, both offensively and defensively. He's been good for the Tennessee High on both ends so far. Will Hoyt, little jumper from about 16, no good. Stanbridge there for the rebound. He's going to bring it into the front court here against Hobson. Nice little dump down pass. Good opportunity there, but out of bounds. Nice job by Isaiah Foot to recognize that pass was coming and was able to step in and knock it away. Sullivan East underneath. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Bartley looking for an opportunity to throw it in. Finds Stanbridge here. Takes it in against Sizemore. Takes it to the left. Left it just short. Bartley was able to gather the rebound, though, and score. Nice job by Bartley to position himself for that offensive board, and he was able to take advantage. Pushes the lead for Sullivan East back out to 3 points. Tennessee High into the front court. East in looks like man-to-man here in this possession. Nice cut by Hobson, but he was kind of the cuts kind of stopped there. Brown stepped in, was able to stop that from happening, and that led to a turnover. Under 2 minutes to go. Sullivan East with Bartley in the front court here, and Stanbridge been the main two guys offensively. Most of the shots coming through those two individuals are off their work. Bartley coming off a double screen. Here goes Stanbridge against Sizemore. Really pretty move there. Used his length against Sizemore and was able to flip that ball up off the backboard in feathery fashion. Was able to get that to go. Minute and a half to go here in the first half. Sullivan East back to a 5-point lead, but again, really kind of nip and tuck action all the way through. Tennessee High started out with an 8-point lead. East was able to build an 8-point lead of their own, and it's been basically somewhere in between ever since in that case. So Tennessee High currently trails by 5 with possession of the ball as we head down to the minute mark here in the first half. Sullivan East kind of trap off of that. Sizemore has an open look. Couldn't get it to go. There's Cottrill all over the offensive glass again. Ball got loose, though. Milhorn down on the floor to go get it and got the ball to Bartley. Here goes Bartley into the front court. A little short jumper, a little floater. He's able to score. And that pushes the lead back to 7. Good job there by Milhorn getting down on the floor, getting dirty. And it led to a run out for his teammates. Bartley was the recipient there in that case. Tennessee High going up against kind of a switching defense. Sullivan East has gone man-to-man several times. Zone here on several occasions. In that case, nice back cut by Hobson, and he was clobbered by Milhorn. He's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Ty Hobson at the free throw line for Tennessee High. Just a little bit under 45 seconds left here in the first half. It's been a quick moving first half. Not too many fouls, 8 fouls total. Neither team in the bonus, although Tennessee High will be in the bonus for the last 42 seconds of the half. Free throw in for Hobson. He makes his first. Marcus Phelps comes into the ball game. His first appearance for Tennessee High, giving Isaiah Foote a break. Hobson for his second free throw is up and good. Tennessee High with some extended man-to-man pressure here in the full court. Sizemore up against Stanbridge right now. Murray to the corner, takes the baseline. Cottrill is there to stop him, but he's able to flip it up and score. Nifty move there by Logan Murray. Was able to evade Cottrill, who seemed to be waiting for him there, but got the ball around his hand, up off the glass and good. Sullivan East builds a 7-point lead. Tennessee High holding for the final shot here, it appears. East in a zone, 2-3. Tennessee High going to run a play here, try to get a shooter free. Will Hoyt kicks to Sizemore, who lost the ball, did not come to it, and that's going to be a disaster for Tennessee High going into halftime, trying to get a final shot right there. And you got to have your guards come to the basketball. Can't wait for the ball to get to you, because the Sullivan East guards are too quick and too savvy. And in that case, Murray is the one that made the play. Stepped through that passing lane and was able to take it the length of the floor to build the biggest lead for Sullivan East here tonight at 9 points, 30-21 as we go into halftime. Now, we have a halftime ceremony here with our 2021 and 2022 Tennessee High homecoming court for the winter season. So stick around. You guys can check that out here on the Viking Sports Network. We'll be back with third quarter action here in about 10 minutes. Stick with us here on the VSN. We'll be back shortly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight is Winter Homecoming 2022 here at Tennessee High School. At this time, we are going to introduce the members of the court. We'll start with the sophomore members of the court. Liz Rouse, daughter of Jennifer and Eric Rouse, escorted by Addison Haynes, son of Charles Haynes and grandmother Cheryl Hester. Maya Pickle, daughter of Winona and Morgan Pickle, escorted by Dakari Wheeler, son of Ed and Roger Hawkins and Cindy Wheeler. Brooklyn Carter, daughter of Annie and Michael Carter, escorted by Jenny Pitts, son of Leon and Chris Pitts. Reese Marshall, daughter of Wendy and Tim Marshall, escorted by Paul Letson, son of Keiko Suzuki and Ben Letson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your sophomore homecoming court representatives. Now the junior members of the court. Hadassah McDonald, daughter of Wanda Johnson and Danny McDonald, escorted by Peyton Marion, son of Amy and Justin Marion. Shania Marshall, daughter of Christy and Byron Marshall, escorted by Octavius Hall, son of Angel and Jamal Lockett. Marley Johns, daughter of Amy and Jason Johns, escorted by Max Fritz, son of Beth and Ryan Fritz. Sophia Rahim, daughter of Kelly and Zach Rahim, escorted by Adam Peel, son of Nicole and Rob Peel. Let's hear representatives. Now the freshman members of the court, Amanda Hunn, daughter of Wayne and Andrew Hunn, escorted by Tyler Chapman, grandson of Carol Smith. Jordan Cantor, daughter of Amy and Gary Cantor, escorted by Jackson Norris, son of April and Jared Norris. Carly Rutherford, daughter of Jenna and Matt Sandum and Alex Odell, escorted by Micah Norton, son of Sarah Freeman. Riley Tolbert, daughter of Tara and Kim Tolbert, escorted by Mason Harper, son of Ashley Taylor and John Harper. Ladies and gentlemen, your freshmen members of the court. And now your senior members of the court. Eden Vickers, daughter of Anita and Richard Vickers, escorted by Dillard Sims, son of Amanda Sims and Emma Fry, daughter of Amanda Marr and Alex Fry, escorted by Johnny J. Love, son of Emma and Sean Love. Caroline Roy, daughter of Jessica Roy, escorted by Ben Sparks, son of Catherine and Christopher Sparks. Haley Nichinsky, daughter of Amanda and Shane Nichinsky, escorted by Ayub Hariru, son of Hassana Zambu. Ariana Floyd, daughter of Hector and Chad Floyd, escorted by Davis Campbell, son of Evan Vaughn and Justine Campbell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear for your senior members of the homecoming court. The Student Council would like to say a special thank you to the student, staff, and administrative team for participating and helping with a great winter homecoming. A special thank you to all those assisting in tonight's halftime ceremony, the THS cheerleaders, Ms. Kirk, the Student Council sponsor, Ms. Elizabeth Arnold, and also helping with tonight's crowning are Denise Strong and Amanda Vance. And now we will introduce the royalty of the 2022 Winter Homecoming Court. Your freshman princess is Riley Tolbert, and freshman prince is Jackson Norris. Your sophomore princess is Brooklyn Carter, and your sophomore prince, Dakari Wheeler. Your junior princess is Hadassah McDonald, and your junior prince is Octavius Hall. Your senior princess is Ariana Floyd, and your senior prince is Davis Campbell. And of course, last but certainly not least, the 2022 Homecoming King and Queen. Your queen is Eden Vickers, and your king is Jay Dowd.
Welcome back to VSN after our halftime homecoming ceremonies. We're getting ready to start the third quarter here. Sullivan East ran out to a 9-point lead there towards the end of the second. So Tennessee High's got some work to do to get themselves back in this ball game as we pull into the third quarter. It looks like Tennessee High is out with their starters and Sullivan East as well. Not a whole lot of foul trouble out there. I think Davison, number 24 for Sullivan East, has 2 fouls. I think everybody else is a single foul or less. Tennessee High pretty much in the same boat. The nice move there by Murray, who was made some pretty nice moves around the rim. A couple of reverse layups, had that bucket at the end of the first half after a steal, and right there kind of picks up where he left off, pushing the lead for Sullivan East out to double figures, biggest lead of the night at 11. Fritz lost the handle there. Stanbridge was able to pick it up. So a couple of sloppy possessions for Tennessee High to start the second half, putting themselves in a little bit of a bind here. Here's Murray again, driving in, kicks over to Davidson. He's going to reset. Brown shadowing Murray out past the gray line. Inside to Bartley, a little double team there with DeFore and Fritz doing a good job of wedging Bartley into that one. He couldn't get the ball out, and DeFore was able to strip it from him. Good defense there by Tennessee High, forcing Bartley into that turnover. East is kind of a switch back and forth between a man-to-man and a zone. Here they appear to be in a 2-3, kind of a matchup with Bartley walking out to the wing, extending this into a sort of, like I said, matchup 2-3. Zone overall, but man principles as the ball moves, especially as it hits the wing. Phillips back to the top. Looking over the East defense out there with Fritz, Brown, DeFore, and DeGear. There's a nice little inlet pass to DeFore, and he takes advantage of it. Slick pass there by number 4, Maddox. Fritz jumps in and is able to steal that pass right back. So nice back-to-back possessions there for Fritz, finding DeFore for a short jumper, and then stepped in and was able to knock that pass away, steal it, and give Tennessee High another possession. Looking to cut into this Sullivan East 9-point lead as we dip under 6 minutes to go here in the third. Phillips on the wing, drives in against Davidson, leaves it for Brown, who's got a good look at a 3, rattles in and out. Nice box out by Davidson there, and Phillips trying to tip it past him, but climbed his back and is guilty of the foul. So Xander Phillips, his first foul of the evening. Brown had a really nice look at that one, just kind of rattled out on him, couldn't get it to go. Stanbridge and Murray flanked out front. Bartley looking to take control top. And again, kind of Tennessee High kind of do a little run and jump action out on the front here with Brown kind of stepping in these cases. Here's Davidson, got an open look at a 3. Could not get it to go. His ball's bouncing around, and Bartley's able to come out with it. Challenges DeFore, takes it up strong and scores. Nice job there by Bartley. Kind of stayed under control, but was aggressive. Went right to DeFore's chest and was able to score through that slight bit of contact. Here comes Fritz, has it tipped away, lost the handle, and the ball is back to Sullivan East. Looked like Fritz had an open lane to the basket there, but mishandled it. The ball ended up out of bounds. And Sullivan East looking to build on this 11-point lead. Murray kicks out to Davidson, who's missed a shot from that spot just a second ago, but nails that one. The lead has swelled to 14 points here in the third quarter, with Sullivan East coming out of halftime with a game plan and coming strong after Tennessee High in this early phase. Here's DeFore's got a good look at a 3. In and out. There's Phillips on the board. Takes it up strong with his left hand. Couldn't get it to go. DeGear is there, but couldn't get a hold of it and knocked it out of bounds. So good offensive possession there for Tennessee High. Just could not get anything to go for him. Good look by DeFore. Good look by Phillips. And even an opportunity there for DeGear to steal a third offensive board, but he just couldn't quite get it done. Stanbridge kicks down to Tate. Got away with a walk right there. Kicks back to Murray for a wide open 3. In and out, no good. Ball's tipped around. Fritz is battling for it. Tate's battling for it, and it looks like it was off Maddox Fritz. And Sullivan East will retain possession. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Logan Murray to key it in here for Sullivan East. Into Stanbridge. Fakes the handoff. takes off through the middle, careening through, and you think he's going to get called for a travel there. Nope, we got a timeout before the travel was called. Smart play by the Sullivan East coaching staff. So we have a 30-second timeout and stay right here. Again, Sullivan East coming out of halftime with some momentum after a couple of buckets pushed their lead to a game-high 9 to that point. And come out in the second half firing on all cylinders, getting some scores inside, coupled with a couple of really nice ball reversals that led to some open jump shots. And that's how, in the first 4 minutes of this half, they have pushed the lead out to double figures, out to 14 points. So, Sullivan East ball after the timeout, be side out of bounds for them. Luke Cottrill is going to come in for Tennessee High. He was one of their main spark plugs in the first half, played a really good set of minutes between the first and second quarters. Coach McMean's going to reward him with some time on the floor here in the third. Bartley into Stanbridge, back to Bartley. He's going to pop a three from the corner, had it straight on, and nailed it. Lead swells to 17 here as we cross to the halfway point of the third quarter. Tennessee High kind of in that danger zone where they're going to need to get some stops and scores here. There's Cottrill again. Has been tough in there all night. Couldn't get that one to go off the offensive board. Ball's back to Sullivan East. Here goes Bartley. Kind of leans in with his left hand. Missed that one. Stayed with it and scores. Nice persistence there by Bartley. Lost his balance kind of going up on that first shot. The second one he's able to gather himself and went up with his left hand and scored over the Tennessee High defense. Brown into the front court being chased by two Sullivan East defenders. Kicks low to DeFore. Back to Brown. He's got a good look at a three right there. Off the rim, no good. Cottrill's battling there with Tate. Tate wins that round. And we got a foul on Cottrill there, reaching in, trying to regain possession. So, foul on Luke Cottrill. Another good look for Tennessee High. Just could not get that one to fall. And we've got some subs coming in for the Vikings. Jack Singleton makes his first appearance, number 13 for Tennessee High. And Isaiah Foote back in for Tennessee High. Coach McMean's switching lineups in here, trying to go maybe with a smaller, quicker lineup as they push pressure against the Patriots. And Isaiah Foote, reach-in foul there against Bartley. Yeah, got his arm extended. And that's going to be Isaiah's third foul here in the first, in the first foul in the second half, a third overall. Tennessee High with 3 team fouls so far this quarter. Sullivan East yet to complete have an offense here in the third. Nice move by Logan Murray, but could not get it to go. Jack Singleton there for the board. Colin Brown pushing pace here to Foote in the front court. Foote and Brown back and forth. Into DeFore, fall-away jumper. He's got a good look at it, knocks it down. Good offense there by Tennessee High. Crisp passing led to that open shot by DeFore that he cashed in. Singleton up against Murray here in the front court. Murray handling. Coming off a Stanbridge screen. Switched up by Brown. Bartley's going to try to post up Foote here. Goes back inside. Up and under move. Kicks out to Brown. Murray drives in. Little spin move, but I think we got a 3-second violation. Yeah, we had to. Bartley never left the lane there. So, turnover. Back to Tennessee High. Good job by Tennessee High that time, moving their feet, keeping the Sullivan East offense in front of them the entire period. Sullivan East could not really get a decent shot unless they were going to shoot over the top. So, Tennessee High down 17. Opportunity to cut into the lead here. Sullivan East with a 2-2-1 pressure. DeFore kicks to Cottrill, back to DeFore, and there's Singleton with a wide open three. Got a good look at it. He nails it. Jack Singleton off the bench, providing some offense for Tennessee High. Cuts the lead to 14. Right place, right time there. He was ready to shoot that thing and knock the bottom out of it. Didn't even touch any rim on that one. Stanbridge against Cottrill. Spin move. Cottrill swatted that, but actually we're going to have an offensive foul called first. Stanbridge ran over Isaiah Foote, and that's going to give the ball back to Tennessee High with a chance to kind of cut back into this lead a little bit further, chipping away. What you got to do when you got a big deficit like the Tennessee High ran up against. Now with 5 straight points, looking to continue on that trail. Brown handles against Brown here. Collin versus Hunter. A little back behind the back move. Here comes Singleton here after making that three on the last possession. Inside to DeFore, finds Cottrill, who had an opportunity there but couldn't handle it. It was a good look there by DeFore, but the pass was just a little bit low. And I think Cottrell took his eye off in it, trying to think he's going to go up strong with that and try to score over the Sullivan East defense. Ends up in a turnover. Missed opportunity there for Tennessee High to cut that lead to 12. It's exactly what Tennessee High needs to do, is get some stops and scores here, and they've been able to do that over the last several possessions. Tennessee High picking up their pressure. Full court, Stanbridge versus Singleton, the two number 13s out there. A little run and jump trap there by DeFore, trying to get the ball out of Stanbridge's hands. Inside to Milhorn. He kicks out to Brown. Brown back to Milhorn. Leaves Stanbridge wide open at the top of the key. Could not quite get that one to go, but there's Bartley again on the inside, muscling up, and is able to score. Yeah. With little extracurricular activity after that play, Bartley made a strong move, and then did a little flex action right there in a, I guess what the referees considered a taunting manner, and that's going to cost a technical foul for him. Coach is going to pull him out and sit him down while DeFore goes to the line. Missed the first. He's got one more coming. Tennessee High will have the ball after that as well. Second free throw for DeFore is up and good. So that cuts the lead to 15. Tennessee High with the ball back after the technical. Foot to inbound to Brown. So Tennessee High with a couple opportunities here, maybe between now and the end of the third, to cut into this lead. Try to get it down towards 10. And then the first 4 minutes of that fourth quarter will be about trying to get that down to maybe a possession or two. So strategy-wise, I'm sure that's what Coach McMeans is thinking here as his guys deploy in the last minute. There's Jack Singleton again, got a good look at a three, missed that one. Tipped by Brown. I think it's going to stay on Tennessee High's end, and it was. Singleton not shy. He comes in the ball game firing. Like to see that from a freshman as he's game is maturing here. They're not really freshmen anymore at this point after an entire season. They're those freshman days are just about done. DeFore takes it up strong and scores. Nice offensive possession there. Left hand, and he puts it in the bucket. Tennessee High cuts the lead to 13 with Davidson in the front court, and we got a reach-in foul, I believe. Yes, DeFore is going to pick that one up. That's going to be the sixth foul on Tennessee High at this point, so the rest of the way, Sullivan East will be in the bonus. I'm sorry, that's team foul number 5. Got ahead of myself there. So Tennessee High is still with the foul to give as we head to the last 42 seconds of the third quarter. Murray into Brown, back to Murray, kicks inside to Bartley. That is off Bartley's hands and out of bounds. So Tennessee High, just as we'd pronounced, has an opportunity here to cut this cut it down to 10 with a triple, but even to 11 at this point is a doable scenario as we head into the fourth quarter. Again, the lead was as large as 19, I believe, for Sullivan East. So Tennessee High's done a good job, an admirable job of getting back into this ball game. Nice move by Colin Brown. Couldn't get it to go. Rebound by Isaiah Foote. Plenty of time on the clock. Still 20 seconds left here in the third. DeFore redeploys, gets it back to Brown, and Tennessee High's going to set up for the final shot of the quarter. Bartley is mirroring Brown. He's going to hand it off to DeFore. He's going to go off the dribble here. A little spin move. Lost it. Stepped on Bartley's foot, I believe. Bartley's going to pull it from long range and off the back iron, no good. So kind of an unfortunate angle there. I think DeFore was about to spin himself into a layup right there, but he stepped on Dylan Bartley's foot and he lost his balance. So Tennessee High down 13 as we head into the fourth quarter. Doable scenario, as we've said, first 4 minutes, we can cut it down to 2 or 3 possessions, then we'll have a ball game as we head into the latter parts of the fourth. We're going to step aside here shortly for a couple of words from our sponsor. We'll be back here shortly on the VSN for fourth quarter action.
The Robinette Company in Bristol, Tennessee offers good jobs, competitive pay, great benefits, and a sanitary work environment. Join our progressive team in ultra-modern facilities and be part of a vital company in the flexible packaging industry. Participate proudly in the manufacture of packaging for leading American products such as Moon Pie, Royal Oak Charcoal, Pillsbury, King Arthur Flour, Great Value, Food Club, and many others. The Robinette Company. Apply at therobinettecompany.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. End of the third quarter, start of the fourth. Tennessee High down 13. Opportunity here in the first couple of minutes to try to work their way back into this ball game. Sullivan East is going to have possession to start the quarter. So stops and scores are key here for the Vikings in this first couple of minutes. And we've got a run and jump trap here. Marcus Phelps has entered the game for Tennessee High. Good call there coming out of the timeout. Almost caused a turnover there. Stanbridge was able to keep control of the ball. Kicks it to Brown in the corner, who in and out. Had a good look at it, just was unfortunate. Kind of hit all parts of the rim before kicking out. So Tennessee High down 13. Braden Wilhoit also in the ball game for Tennessee High at this point. Working their two-man game with Jack Singleton. Here's DeFore off the dribble. He's got an angle to the rim. Left it short. Stays with it. Goes back up strong. He's surrounded by three Sullivan East Patriots, who then converge on the ball for a held ball. Tennessee High's possession here in that case. So again, stops and scores are going to be the name of the game for Tennessee High here in the early stages of the fourth to try to cut this lead under double figures. Into DeFore, Singleton, and Wilhoit. Foot down to DeFore in the corner, kicks high to Wilhoit, who's got range out there. He can hit that shot. This one bounces off the rim harmlessly, but nice job by Phelps keeping that alive, and finds DeFore, and he's able to knock that down. Nice job by Marcus Phelps being opportunistic, kind of was able to uppercut that basketball and was able to punch it out of Milhorn's hands, and that's why Tennessee High was able to get that bucket. Nice job by Foot chasing that ball down, knocked it out of bounds, and Bartley lost it there, but Sullivan East is going to keep possession. I think the ball was off of Foot's hands when he kind of came from behind and back tapped that one. So Murray out front. Bartley on the inside looking to the over-the-top play. Nice job, but he missed the layup. So Tennessee High, the fortunate angle there. There was a really nice setup by Bartley there. He'd used his body to kind of push Foot out, but missed the opportunity as Tennessee High rotated. And now the Vikings can cut the lead into single digits, and they're going to get an opportunity at the free throw line here with Bartley committing the foul. DeFore beat him on the dribble, and that's going to send him to the free throw line for two. Again, great opportunity here to score with the clock stopped, just exactly what Tennessee High needs in order to claw back into this game. So a couple free throws by DeFore. If he can can these, we'll have a single-digit ball game. First one's up and good. Cuts the lead to 10. Again, his lead was as big as 19, I believe. 17 for sure, maybe 19 for Sullivan East here in the third quarter. So Tennessee High has done a good job of cutting this thing down. Second free throw up for DeFore is no good, and there's Stanbridge with the rebound. Tennessee High stays in their zone pressure here. Singleton tried to cut him off. Murray inside, lost it off of Milhorn's hands. So again, East kind of sped up here a little bit, and Tennessee High is the recipient now of a couple of missed opportunities by Sullivan East and a couple of turnovers. And Tennessee High has an opportunity here to cut this lead down to 7 or 8 points here on this possession. Little token 2-2-1 pressure for East. Zone pressure, trying to trap on the sidelines. Wilhoit recognizes it, kicks it across to DeFore, and Tennessee High's into the half court. Wilhoit off the dribble, takes it inside, takes the contact, and he's going to get himself to the free throw line again. This is textbook. This is how you get back into ball games with these bigger deficits, is if you can get 3-point shots to go, you can speed up your opponent and maybe get him turned over and then score with the clock stopped. This is textbook. So Coach McNeans did a good job of getting his guys prepared here as they head into the fourth quarter using this strategy. Again, they're taking advantage of it here, kind of chipping away at this Sullivan East lead. They've chipped off 10 points, I think, at this point. Now Tennessee High back within single digits, 44-35 at this point, with Wilhoit with a second free throw to come. He makes that one as well. Now we got ourselves a ball game. 8-point lead with plenty of time left on the clock. Still over 6 minutes to play at this point. Got a little bump there by DeFore. Bartley did a good job of kind of wedging himself in between those two defenders. Again, working that process through. That's a 16th foul on Tennessee High, so from here on out, the rest of the way, Sullivan East will be going to the free throw line for any common foul in a 1-and-1 scenario. Run and jump trap here with Phelps and DeFore. Murray kicks across to Bartley, but that ball was deflected, and DeFore, working back defensively, had that ball run right into him. So Tennessee High with a chance to cut the lead even further. Will Hoyt kicks over to DeFore. Tennessee High being patient here. No real rush now. With plenty of time on the clock, Tennessee High just needs to execute offensively. Little European step right there by DeFore, and the lead has cut to 6. So Tennessee High doing everything they can now, and Sullivan East a little bit on the ropes, and they're going to need a timeout to discuss what to do about this Tennessee High offense that has all of a sudden kicked into gear, and we have a full timeout coming. So we'll step aside. We haven't had a lot of breaks in this action, so we'll step aside, let our sponsors do their thing, and we'll come back here in about 60 seconds to see where the exciting action this fourth quarter is going to lead us.
At Friendship Ford in Bristol, we want to buy your car, regardless of age, mileage, or condition. We're the area's only certified Kelley Blue Book buying center, and you don't have to trade with us. We'll buy your car cash on the spot. Come to Friendship Ford of Bristol. We're dealing.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Nobody beats FriendshipCars.com. Having a hard time finding the perfect car? See the area's lowest prices and largest selection at FriendshipCars.com. See every car, every Friendship location, all on one site. FriendshipCars.com. Nobody beats FriendshipCars.com. We're dealing.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. We have had some development here with Tennessee High cutting a one-time 17-point lead by Sullivan East down to 6 points here in the fourth quarter. Offense has really started to start humming. Defense, they've been kind of flying around, causing havoc, and Sullivan East has just not been able to keep control of the basketball offensively. So Coach McNeans for Tennessee High has found something here with the group of guys that he's got on the floor, and East has not had any answers for it. Bartley really forcing the action there. Created most of that contact, but they're going to reward him with a couple of trips, with a trip to the free throw line. Will Hoyt, I thought, did a pretty good job of keeping his body between Bartley and the basket. I didn't see any real contact with the arms. It looked like to me that Bartley actually created most of that contact on his own, but referees are going to send him to the line. He's going to knock down the first. 7-point lead built through that free throw. One more coming. The second free throw is good. So back to 8 points. Sullivan East with a little extended kind of token man-to-man full court pressure. Will Hoyt's going to bring it up. Set up against Murray. Takes it off the dribble inside. Little spin move to Singleton, who's got a good look at a three. That one's off to the right, though. Ball's tipped around. DeFore finds it. He said had a defender trip his feet up. And there's Phelps, who steps into a three and knocks it down. So I think all the attention that was on DeFore right there trying to keep his balance. And Phelps snuck to an open spot and was able to knock that down. Nice pass on the back end. Really nice look by Murray to find streaking Bartley on the baseline. That's a tough pass, about a 60-foot pass that found a home and pushes the lead back out to 7. Here goes Will Hoyt off the dribble, spin dribble, left hand. Nice move by Braden Will Hoyt. Cuts the lead back to 5. So again, Tennessee High staying real tight here with Sullivan East, who they just won't go away. Ball into the front court to Tate, back to Murray. Tennessee High in a man-to-man here in the half court. Murray off the dribble, steps inside to Tate. Nice pass, really nice play by Murray, be able to break down the Tennessee High defense, and then a nice little dump-off pass to Tate, who was waiting for that opportunistically and was able to put it off the glass and score. So 7 points is the margin here as we get to the halfway point of the fourth quarter. This is exactly where Tennessee High needed to be, though, in a 3-possession game at the 4-minute mark. If they could get there, then we'd have a ball game, and then, as we said, we are. So exactly at that point. 15th foul on Sullivan East, so they still got one more to give until we reach the bonus. Tennessee High, 17 fouls, so all fouls now will put Sullivan East at the free throw line for the rest of the way. Will Hoyt up top against the 2-3 zone. deployed by Sullivan East. Foote and Singleton out with him on the wings. Phelps, who just knocked down a three, kind of sneaking in and out of the low post, and DeFore working high post out to wing against this zone. Two-man game kind of at the top here with DeFore and Wilhoit. Wilhoit working off DeFore's screens, and then DeFore stepping out for opportunities there, kind of in the elbow areas. Singleton off the dribble, gets it to DeFore. He sizes up the defense, steps up underneath. There's Phelps again for three. He's got to look at it, no good. But there's Foote with an opportunity underneath. Kicks back to Phelps, who then takes it up strong and scores through the contact. Tate tried to step in and draw a charge, but he was a little bit late. Nice play by Isaiah Foote, not only to get that offensive board, but then to find the cutting Phelps. And Marcus was there ready, caught the ball, went up through the contact, and was able to score. Good strong move by Marcus Phelps. Cuts the lead to 5 with one free throw coming. Try to push this lead underneath that angle, and he does. So Tennessee High now back within 4, as close as they've been in quite some time. Chipping away at that Sullivan East lead, and have been really for about a quarter and a half. But that's something that Coach McMeans got to be proud of. These guys didn't quit, even after being down 16, 17, 18 points. They're right in this ball game in crunch time. Ball got loose there, still loose, but Bartley finds the shot from the corner. That one's going to bounce off no good. Wilhoit's battling for it. Phelps is battling for it. DeFore's diving on the floor, and he's got it. Nice job by DeFore right there to be able to get that. And Foote now is into the front court, going to the layup, and left it just a little bit short. It was a great move by Isaiah Foote there. He couldn't get it to go. Reach in foul, and that's going to send Bartley to the free throw line on the other end. Man, missed opportunity there. Great effort on the defensive end. Guys from on the white team, Tennessee High scrambling for the ball all over the place. Finally with DeFore diving on the floor and then finding one of his teammates before a travel was called on him. And then Foote had a great opportunity in the front court there to maybe lay that thing in to cut the lead to 2, but could not get it to go. So Bartley's on the free throw line on this end with a 1-and-1 opportunity. He knocks down the first, so he earns a second. Pushes the lead out to 5 with 1 more to go. Second free throw for Bartley is up and also good. So 6-point lead, 2 minutes and 30 seconds basically to go here in the fourth quarter. Tight ball game, 2-possession game. Tennessee High working back from a major deficit, high double-figure deficit in the teens. And now an opportunity to not only stay tight, but possibly cut into this Sullivan East lead. Xander Phillips in the corner, lost it. Phelps was able to recover it, steps in, nice move, but the ball was blocked. Still recovered by Xander Phillips, but I think we got a held ball here. We do, and that's going to go Sullivan East's way, I believe. So kind of a scramble situation. Both teams had their hands on the ball on multiple occasions on that possession, but it ends in a held ball, which goes Sullivan East's way with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the fourth. Tennessee High with a extended pressure. Looking up top, there goes Wilhoit. Had an opportunity there. He read it perfectly. Just had about a half a step too late. Otherwise, that would have been a steal for Tennessee High. Sullivan East retains possession in the front court. Side out of bounds with Logan Murray keying it in for the Patriots. Into Bartley. Double team on him. Ball is loose, but Bartley's able to. Oh, he called it. I actually think that was a pretty good call. I saw the fact that the ball was loose and he caught it, but it looked like Bartley might have taken a little extra hop step right there, and that was, I believe, the proper call by the referee was a travel in that situation. Good pressure, good trap there by Tennessee High to cause that turnover. Under 2 minutes to go. 6-point lead for Sullivan East. Tennessee High looking to cut into that as we dip down under 2 minutes. Good patience here by Tennessee High. No need to rush. Got to get a good look here, no matter what that look happens to be. Nice move by DeFore, but he didn't pull up. Yeah, it's a nice move by Tate. He saw DeFore with his head down, stepped over outside the lane, and by the time DeFore got his head up, he was crashing into Mason Tate there. Nice job by the Sullivan East defender there to recognize the situation. So Tennessee High with a pressure here. There's a pretty good trap opportunity there, but the Sullivan East coaching staff recognized it, called timeout, and we have a full timeout coming our way here with 1 minute and 32 seconds to go. So we will step aside. A couple words from our sponsor on their way, and we'll be back here shortly on the VSN for the last 90 seconds of this pretty exciting ball game between Sullivan East and Tennessee High.
Nobody beats FriendshipCars.com. Having a hard time finding the perfect car? See the area's lowest prices and largest selection at FriendshipCars.com. See every car, every Friendship location, all on one site. FriendshipCars.com. Nobody beats FriendshipCars.com. We're dealing.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app.
Welcome back to VSN, the Viking Sports Network. Here we are at Viking Hall. 92 seconds left in this evening's contest. It has been kind of an up-and-down affair. Tennessee High started the game with an 8-0 run, right? Then found themselves down 9 at halftime. Found themselves down by as many as 17, I believe, in the third quarter, only to fight back to bring the lead, cut the lead down to 4 points at one point. The lead stands at 6 right now with the ball in the possession of Sullivan East. But it's been that kind of night, back and forth between these two squads. So, as Sullivan East takes the ball out, kind of on their the far end, Tennessee High ends. Tennessee High is employing some pressure here against that. Here comes Logan Murray off the screen, was able to get there. We got a trap coming. He dribbled to the corner. Ooh, dangerous pass. But Bartley was able to cross half court before that ball went over and back. Double team there by Foote and Phillips. Gets the ball out of Bartley's hands. Right. Another double team, and we got a reach-in foul that's going to send Braden Stainbridge to the line. Stainbridge for this is actually going to be 2 shots. That's the Tennessee High's 10th foul. So 2 shots upcoming for Stainbridge and the Sullivan East Patriots. Minute and 14 seconds to go. Still quite a bit of a ball game here, depending on whether or not Sullivan East can make their free throws. First free throw up for Stainbridge is good. Second one coming. That one shot is up and off the rim and rolls home. So 8-point lead built by Sullivan East. Tennessee High with possession here as we come to the 1-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Valiant effort by Tennessee High after getting down by, as I said, I believe the biggest lead was maybe 17. There's Brown from the corner for 3. Got it. So again, this game, Tennessee High just will not go away. With a minute to go, Brown splashes a 3-pointer from the corner, and the lead is 5. So 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. Strategy here for Coach McMeans. Try to get a trap here in the back court probably. See if they can cause a turnover. Maybe even a secondary trap if Sullivan East doesn't push the ball. And after that, you're probably looking at fouling in the very short order. Got to extend the game. Try to get as many possessions here as you can in the final 59.5 seconds. And hope that Sullivan East missed some free throws. And again, turnovers would be great if Tennessee High can get to the free throw line and put some points on the board without the clock running. That is also ideal. But that's strategy in the game when you're trailing. That's kind of what you got to be thinking about. Deflected passes. Try to slap at the ball. Try to jar it loose. And if you can get steals, then you got to go score quickly. If not, you try to put your opponent at the free throw line and make them make free throws in order to salt the game away. Here's Bartley. There's a trap opportunity there. Nice job by Tennessee High. Stainbridge with a nice ball fake. Oh, Xander Phillips almost got his hand on that pass. And now East is going to deploy sort of a 4 corners style, try to keep Tennessee High from getting the ball. And they did a nice job of running some clock there. 15 seconds came off the clock. Tennessee High had a couple of opportunities there to run through some passing lanes. Just couldn't quite get it done. And that's going to send Dylan Bartley to the line for 2. He's been pretty much money all night from the free throw line. His first free throw is up and good. Brown back in the game for Tennessee High. A little offensive for defensive switch there with Isaiah Foote. Second free throw for Bartley. Is up and left that one short. 6-point lead, so still 2-possession game here. If Tennessee High can get a triple to fall, but again, you don't settle for that right now. Keep attacking with this much time on the clock. Here goes Phelps with a look at a 3 fall away, and he got it. Again, it's just kind of been the story of the second half here. Tennessee High refuses to die, refuses to go away. That's a big shot, a little step-back shot. There's a degree of difficulty to that shot that Marcus Phelps just made. That was pretty high, but he was able to kind of jab step back and knock that down, and we have ourselves a 1-possession ball game here. So 30.8 seconds left. Tennessee High likely to go into a pressure mode here, try to force a turnover in this case, and then if not, foul fairly quickly, send Sullivan East back to the line. Probably try to get the ball out of Bartley's hands because he's been, like I said, he missed that last free throw, but it may have been his only free throw miss of the evening. So he's been pretty steady at the line. Some of these other guys in East lineup haven't been to the free throw line much, if at all. So we'll see exactly what strategy Coach McMeans deploys here. We got kind of a full court man-to-man, it appears. So you got to watch out for the over-the-top throw in this case. But see, I can see Brandon DeFore kind of stepping back, trying to take that away. So ball into Bartley. He's going to trap right there. Ball was loose for a second. Lost there. No foul call. Tennessee High gets possession. Ball to DeFore. DeFore's got to look at a three from the corner. He passes it up, and he's fouled. Pretty smart play there. And again, I don't think that's... hold on a second. I thought that was the 16th foul, but it's not. That's a 17th foul, so that's going to send DeFore to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity there. Big play. I thought DeFore was going to launch that three from the corner, but he actually made a pretty smart move going to the rim. He's going to get to the free throw line with an opportunity to score with the clock stopped. Free throws up, and he left it short. That's a big miss. Big miss there by DeFore. Right, ball's out of Bartley's hands, and that's who they probably want to foul right there. And the ball is in Stanbridge's hands, who's also been a pretty good free throw shooter this evening. Big missed opportunity there for Tennessee High. We could have cut that lead to 1 with the clock stopped. But again, free throws, they can either make you or break you. And in many cases, if you miss free throws, it's going to break you. So, Stanbridge to the line. He's going to shoot 2. 12.8 seconds left. His first free throw is up and good, and that's going to make it tough now with 2 possessions basically with only 12.8 left. It's going to be really hard for Tennessee High to overcome. It's a big free throw there by Braden Stanbridge, and he gets the second one to fall as well. 5-point lead, less than 10 to go. Will Hoyt's going to launch one from deep. Left that one short, and that should just about do it for Tennessee High. Tennessee High was game after getting down big in that third period. Brown gets one last look at it, doesn't go. So, Tennessee High put a game performance in, especially in the third and fourth quarters after that run out by Sullivan East in the second half, but it's going to come up short. Sullivan East comes into Viking Hall and takes a victory here, conference victory against Tennessee High, 57-52. So this is going to be our final live stream broadcast, very likely for this this season. There's a possibility that we may have a postseason game depending on how things shake out in the conference tournament, so we'll stay abridged to that. But this will certainly be the final regular season broadcast. So it's been my pleasure. I'm your host, CJ Manahan. This has been a pleasure to be a part of all this. I want to shout out our athletic director, Barry Wade, here at Tennessee High, who's made a lot of this possible, and certainly want to thank our technical guru, Colin Brown, who makes a lot of this possible as well. So if this does happen to be our final broadcast of the season, I want to say thank you to all the folks that have been out in YouTube land watching us. This has been a great experience for all of us involved, and we plan on continuing this into the future. If we have a postseason game, that'll be announced, and we'll make sure to get that on all of the social media outlets to ensure that everybody gets an opportunity to watch in that case. So one way or the other, we're signing off here, whether it's for certainly for the regular season, if not for the entire season. But again, keep your ears open for a possible postseason opportunity here on the Viking Sports Network. And again, I'm your host, CJ Manahan, signing off. As always, Viking Pride.